Welcome to another edition of Play by Play with Dr. Delay. I am Dr. Delay, and we've got a good one here tonight as the New York Mets take on the Chicago Cubs. And of course, as you probably know, the Mets have been pretty bad. They've been atrocious. They've been not so good. But despite all that, they still, while they are losing on the tiebreaker to the Reds, they're still very much in it. Of course, they will have a tough task with this three-game series against the Cubs. But again, they still have a great shot at making the playoffs. What do I have to say? What the heck am I talking about? As far as ESPN is concerned, they are giving the Cubs a advantage here. As you can see, they are favored 61% of the time in the simulations. Of course, the Mets, actually, believe it or not, they are the favorite tonight. Couldn't tell you really why, but apparently they are minus 1.5. As the Mets actually earlier this year took 2 or 3 from the Cubs. So that's something to possibly look for. The Cubs, they're coming off a 4-game sweep of the Reds. So the Reds, again, all over the Cubbies. And how's it going? Of course, George, thank you again for stopping on in. Giants fan, appreciate it for the like. Appreciate it again. The Mets, they got to get it done now. It's either now or never when it comes to the Mets. They are a failing and flailing team, but again, like I said, they still have a great shot. The Reds, of course, are favored in front of them. They have the tiebreaker. But, again, anything can happen. I believe the Pirates, last time we checked, are up on the Reds. Originally, I was going to call that game. Things did not go according to plan as far as work is concerned. I ended up getting out of work a little bit later, and things were just happening. So, yeah, unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we got Mets-Cubs, which ain't too bad. Starting lineup for the home team, the Cubs, going to be Horner at second, Happ at left, Suzuki in right, Kelly is catching, Santana at first, Swanson at short, Turner is DHing, Shaw at third, and Crow Armstrong, who again, he has struggled a lot as of late. He's batting ninth. The starting pitcher for the Cubbies is Cade Horton. He's been really good this year, 11-4. On the year, 2.66 ERA, whip of a 1.10. Last 7 starts, very good. 5-1 with a 1.51 ERA, whip of a 0.81. His last start was against the Pirates. 5 innings, 1 earned, 3 hits, 1 walk. So again, very good for Cade Horton. For the visiting Mets, shortstop is Lindor. Right fielder is Soto. Batting third is Alonso at first. Nimmo is in center. Vientos is DHing. Beatty is at third. Marte is in left. McNeil is at second. And Alvarez is catching. Denny pulling for the Cubs. Some NL Central love here. The starting pitcher for the Mets, David Peterson, 9-6. With a 3.98 ERA, whip of a 1.34. Last 7 games, not good. Pretty bad, actually. 2-1 with a 7.86 ERA, whip of a 1.75. Last 3 starts, actually not too bad, so I really would hate to see the previous 4 starts. Last start, 5 innings, 3. No, pardon me, I was looking at the walks. No, they've been terrible. My bad. Yeah, he was bad. 5 innings. 6 earned against the Padres. Before that, 5 innings, 3 earned against the Phillies, 5 1/3, and then 4 earned against the Reds. So, no, he's been very bad. So, my bad. I was looking at the walks for no reason. All right. Hopefully, this thing will work again. We're going to try the 3D as Lindor is going to be coming to the plate. I don't know. We might not do this. I'm not too sure. Because I don't want this to be a head. That's going to be bad. Horton is at the plate. Yeah, it looks like this thing is a head. So I don't know. We might not do that. We might not. Just so we could kind of be ahead. I'm trying to skip forward just in case I'm behind. But no. Apparently it's going to be a fly ball to center. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to back out. You never saw this, folks. So that's going to be inside ball 1. I'm sorry. Apparently I'm a little bit behind. So we're just going to back up. It's going to be a 1-0 count to Lindor. I have a feeling he's going to hit this to left center. Oh, Lindor hits this to left center. And that one is out of here. It's gone. Francisco Lindor opening up with the solo shot. And the Mets take a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. Trader, how's it going? We're having some technical difficulties over here, but we're going to make it okay. We'll be fine. Man, so look at that. Second pitch of the game, the Mets leading 1-0. That'll bring up Juan Soto batting .267, OPS of .933, 42 homers, 104 RBIs. The pitch is in there for a called strike. Oh, and 1 count to Juan Soto. As Horton rocks and fires, that's going to be hit to left, and that's going foul. Beat them Cubs. Yes, sir. If you're just joining us, Francisco Lindor leading off with a solo shot. And the Mets already on top again. They're fighting for their season, folks. This is it. They need to get it done now, or we'll see you next year. As Horton rocks and fires, that is going to be outside for ball 1. 1-2 count to Juan Soto. Horton rocks and fires. That's going to be yanked to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So the Mets looking really good to start off this one. That'll bring up Pete Alonso. Batting .274, OPS of .876, 37 homers. And 122 RBIs. Horton sets. Looks over at first. Rocks and fires. And Alonso hits this to center. But PCA, who is stumbling, makes the catch for out number 1. All right, 1 away for the Mets. And that'll bring up Brandon Nimmo. I don't know what in the world was he doing. He just was stumbling. He's batting .260, OPS of .759, 24 homers, 88 RBIs. Lots of wind out here in the Windy City. I know that's a shock. As Horton will set. Looks over at first. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Kenneth, how's it going? I'm doing okay. How are you doing? It's good to see you. 0-1 count to Brandon Nimmo. Horton will set. Looks over at first. Looks over again. Kicks and deals. That's going to be inside. And it's 1-1. Again, I do apologize. Really wanted to get the Pirates tonight, but just couldn't. Could not make that happen. So it's going to be kind of a, I don't know. It'll be an interesting night, I think, for the streams. As that's going to be a pickoff attempt. Did he get him? He did not. Soto. Got to be careful there. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good effort. Oh, man. That is actually very close. 1-1 count. Horton looks over at first. Sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. So 1-2 count to Brandon Nimmo. Again, the Mets, obviously, as you many of you know, the Mets are struggling. As here's the 1-2. That's going to be popped up. Shallow left. Swanson on the run and will make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Mark Vientos. Vientos batting .235, OPS of 712, 17 homers, 60 RBIs. Jeez, again, it's very windy. So if you hit it to center, it's probably not getting out. Horton with the pickoff attempt, but I'm assuming he's safe and sound as the camera did not go to the right one. Misclicked, I guess, on the production side of things. Horton rocks, sets, looks over at first, looks over again, kicks and deals, and that's going to be in there for a called strike as Soto takes second. Not exactly the fastest guy in the world, but with a jump like that, you would have Chiefs and Ravens. Well, again, I have to, with some things in football, I have to change it up. That's going to be the dirt ball 1. 1-1 count to Mark Vientos. Juan Soto's at second. They showed him at second. Threw me off. Vientos batting .235, OPS 712, 17 homers, 60 RBIs on the season. Horton delivers, swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. And there's another poll that might actually cancel that one out. Depending on what happens. If there's like a win and in scenario, I may be covering a baseball game this Sunday. But I will make it up in other streams. As here's the 1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. But hey, Lindor with a solo shot to lead off the first inning. 1-0 Mets over the Cubs. I'm trying to get it to where it's live. There we go. I think I am live now. All right, well, that's good. This might be beneficial to everyone here. Folks, again, appreciate it for hanging out tonight. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Again, I know there's a lot of Cubs and Mets streamers. I kind of feel bad. I'm technically competing against Pure Journalist Sports. Shout out Pure Journalist Sports. But my plan A could not work out. So this is plan B, and it's a really good game. Really wanted to do the Mets one more time anyway. So, we're doing the Mets just in case they aren't able to make it, which I think they will be able to. They just need to knuckle down. Don't know what in the world's been going on with them. They got to take advantage of a Cubs team that just lost 4 straight to the Reds, which I think shocked everybody here. So, definitely a must-win for the Mets. Last time I checked, and this doesn't count as the scoreboard update, the Reds still losing. So we'll be monitoring that one. Again, I know that's a big game for the Mets. They're pulling for the Pirates for those 3 games. I'll be covering tomorrow's Pirates and the one after that. Right after this game, I'll probably be a little bit late, but I'll be covering Brewers and Padres, so I'll probably be joining that one in the 2nd or 3rd inning. And then apparently there's 2 people waiting for tomorrow's afternoon stream. Don't know why. That's cool, though. And then, Pirates or Reds. Again, might be joining late depending on how long that goes. And then Pirates Reds Thursday. That'll be my final Pirates game of the season. It's going to be pretty sad. But it is what it is. But again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, it's a growing channel. So definitely subscribe. Nico Horner coming to the plate, batting .299, OPS of 743, 6 homers, 59 RBIs. As Robertson rocks and fires, that's going to be upstairs ball 1. Might try the 3D out again, actually. Let's see. Maybe it's a little bit better here. Peterson kicks and deals. I said Robertson, didn't I? He's going to hit this to right. And that is going to be dropping for a base hit. So Horner is at first. So, I have no idea what's going on here. Again, hopefully that is not too far ahead. I feel like it is. Oh, well. I don't know. I've tried to get adjusted here on the TNT Sports thing. All right, Peterson sets, kicks, and deals, showing bunt. That is inside, ball 1. So 1-0 count to Ian Happ. So I am technically the replay here. That's kind of unfortunate. I don't know. Done everything I can. It says I'm live. I don't know. It is what it is. 1-0 count. Peterson sets, rocks and fires. That is going to be low for ball 2. So I don't know. Do I just call the game on this? I just take it away. I feel like I just got to take it away again. I don't know. Maybe. So I'm going to have to look at that. I'll have to figure something out. Later tonight it should work. Pickoff attempt, and again he's back safe and sound. So I don't know. I'll be figuring stuff out here. Hi, Dr. Joey. I'm Dr. Joey now. I didn't realize that was Joey. Well, thank you, Brandon. I acquired a new name. 2-0 count to Ian Happ. Peterson will look over at first. Looks over again. Kicks and deals. That's going to be low for ball 3. You ever get a chance to go to a game at Wrigley? Do it. Well, hey, hopefully in the future that's possible. Would be nice. Would be nice. As Peterson, again, looks over at the catcher. He will look over at first. Looks over again. Kicks and deals. That is all the way in there for a called strike. Again, a runner on first here in the bottom of the first. Nobody out. The Mets leading 1-0 already. 3-1 count to Ian Happ. Peterson will set. Looks over, kicks and deals. That's going to be low, but it's called a strike. Interesting. At the shins. Hey, Dr. Lay, how are we doing? Boo Mets, go Giants. Yeah. You know, if the Giants hadn't got swept by the Dodgers, I feel like I'd be calling the Giants tonight, but it just didn't happen. Here's the 3-2. Called strike 3. Throw to second. And he is safe. The ball kind of skirted away a little bit, but he's fine. So there's one out now. Again, Happ called out on strikes. Happ really should be at first right now, but not happening. Seiya Suzuki batting .242, OPS of .779, 27 homers, 91 RBIs. Dodgers have a 2-game lead over the Padres. Yeah, it's getting pretty interesting out there as Peterson delivers breaking ball that's cut on and hit foul. Getting very interesting out there. 0-1 count to Seiya Suzuki. Feel like he's been stuck at 27 for a while. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be low, and it's 1-1. Let's actually fact check myself. So he does have no homers in his last 30 games. Interesting. That's what I thought he'd been. Thought he got to 27 like a while ago. Oh, you want Sunday? Oh, 1 out of 4. Gotcha. Yeah, it's a bummer. Here's the pitch. That's going to be tapped to the pitcher. And Peterson's going to tag out Suzuki. Throws to third. And Horner is safe. Almost got Horner. As Horner may have overrun third base. That'll bring up Carson Kelly. Kelly is batting .255, OPS of .781, 17 homers, 50 RBIs. Peterson again. Heads up play. Keep things keep Horner in check. He just gets back in. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. So 1-0 count to Carson Kelly. It's batting .255, OPS of .781, 17 homers, 50 RBIs on the season as Peterson will come to a set. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Hopefully Bing is here. Bing is a big Mets fan. I could say, hey, I covered one more. Though they might make the playoffs. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be inside for 2-1. Again, the last time we checked, the Pirates were up. So you're welcome, Mets fans. The Pirates were up 4-2 on the Reds. 2-1 count. Peterson sets, rocks, and fires. That is a low for ball 3. So 3-1 count to Carson Kelly. Runner on third, 2 outs. Horner less than 90 feet away, just chilling. Peterson will come to a set. Rocks and fires. Way inside, and it's ball 4. Kelly will walk. And there are runners on the corners, of course, with 2 outs. That'll bring up Carlos Santana. It's batting .217, OPS of 628, 11 homers, 52 RBIs. And we might have a mound visit, unsure. Yeah, so the catcher, I have a little chat with him. Catcher tonight is Alvarez. Do you have a poll? Feel free to let me know who you think's going to win this one. 53% of you guys have the Cubs winning. 47% have the Mets. Again, the Mets. It's a crucial game for them. Just trying to stay alive. The Cubs technically don't have fourth place or the 4th seed wrapped up yet. So, the Padres winning last night. It's only 2 games up. The Cubs are on the Padres. So, home field advantage is crucial. It is a very crucial. Again, Carlos Santana coming to the plate. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a breaking ball low for ball 1. Is it just me or the Dolphins are looking trash? The Dolphins are looking trash. Dolphins are not looking good at all. But they play a Jets team that is also 0-3. 1-0 count. Peterson will come to a set. Looks over at first, kicks and deals. Grounder, and that's going foul. Who do you think's going to win? I can't really pick again. If I'm calling a game, I don't know. I'd rather not pick. Got to try to not really let my opinions on the game show. I'm just a broadcaster. It could go either way. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, the Mets have a lot to play for. Same with the Cubs. But the Cubs at least have their postseason ticket punched already. The Mets handed it to the guy, but the guy's been holding it for about a month or so already. 1-2 count. Peterson delivers, checks his swing. Did he go? He did not. And the runner takes off. Kelly's now at second. So runners on second and third, of course, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. So 2-2 is the count to Kelly. Peterson sets, rocks, and fires. That's going to be poked to right. At the warning track, Soto. Oh, Soto can't make the catch. Soto is going to throw it in. As 2 runs score, Santana is at second. Oh, my goodness. Soto misplayed it. And that puts 2 runs on the board for the Cubbies. I appreciate you, Daniel, but trust me, I got it. Don't worry about posting that in the chat. I got it. I got the play-by-play. Dansby Swanson coming to the plate, batting .247, OPS of 720. Here's the pitch. That's a chopper to short. Lindor throws to first for out number 3. All right, we head to the top of the second. The Mets have... Well, they had a lead, but now they've blown it. 2-1, Cubs leading the Mets. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out today. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. Last night did the Brewers and the Cubs. Brewers and the Padres. I can't speak. I don't even know what I covered last night. Yeah, no, it was Brewers Padres. It was fun. That was a great game. Hopefully we get a good game today. So again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We'll be doing plenty of playoff baseball. Of course, again, thank you to all the members and the donors. Appreciate you guys. Let's check out what's happening across Major League Baseball. Of course, this is brought to you by Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez. Again, thank you very much, you two. All right. Tigers leading 2-0 over the Indians. The Pirates lead the Reds 4-2. Again, the Mets fans will be looking at this one for sure. Phillies leading 3-0 over the Marlins. Nationals leading 1-0 over the Braves. Red Sox leading 1-0 over the Blue Jays. The Yankees lead the White Sox 1-0. Orioles 1, Rays nothing. Cubs, of course, in this one leading 2-1. And that is it for now. Due up for the Mets will be Beatty, Marte, and McNeil. Did you think I did? I did. And if I didn't, Kenneth, what's it to you? No, I'm just kidding. No, I did. I appreciate it. But to be honest, I totally forgot. I honestly forgot who he was at first. I did remember, though. Like, oh, yeah, he does the NASCAR and the Braves. He does the NASCAR and in the Braves. Brett Beatty is batting .253, OPS 743, 17 homers, 47 RBIs. I'm not much of a NASCAR guy. I don't know. There's something about, I could never watch NASCAR. I just can't do it. I just can't do it, folks. That's just too many left turns, too many repetitive things. As Horton rocks and fires, that's going to be yanked to right. On the run. Oh, what a catch. Seiya Suzuki with a huge run, a huge catch. Could have dropped easily, but it's not. It's out number one. That'll bring up Starling Marte batting .279, OPS of 771, 9 homers, 34 RBIs. You got a basketball practice tonight at 5:30, so I'm going to miss 15 minutes of my Giants. Going to head out. Oh, yeah, have a good one, Travis. Thank you again for hanging out. Good luck at practice. As Horton delivers, that's going to be in there for a called strike right down the middle. 0-1 count as Horton rocks and fires. That's going to be inside for ball one. 1-1 count. Horton rocks and fires. That's a swing and a miss. Strike two. 1-2 count to Starling Marte. One out here in the top of the second. Cubs, of course, leading 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to center. PCA is there to make the catch for out number two. That'll bring up Jeff McNeil. McNeil is batting .249, OPS of 759, 12 homers, 53 RBIs. So I check on something real quick. It is game related, of course. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Apparently, I don't have to watch this game on TBS, folks. Who knew? Who knew? Pretty sure you guys did. All right, we're going to switch after. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to center, and PCA is there to make the catch for out number three. All right, well, the Cubs still lead 2-1 over the Mets. All right, we're getting out of here. We're going to MLB TV because that's just better in my opinion. Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. I should actually be more ahead on this, too. So that's going to be even better. Oh, yeah, this is way better. I like listening to John Chomby anyway. I should be able to do the 3D stuff. But, yeah, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. As, again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. And I will be doing another game after this, right after this, actually. I'll have no time to do anything, so this will be fun. But yeah, no, I'm definitely excited. Page, so glad the AM probably, it's another letter. I honestly forgot. I forgot what the other will be in next year. Pitch 4, strike 3. Oh yeah, no, the other, yeah, no, that was a terrible call, but I don't know. So I'm actually one of the few people that I don't like that. Actually, I don't like the. I think it's ABS or something like that, but yeah, I actually don't like it because then I don't know, because then there's no like humanity with the game. There's no like you won't be able to argue with the umps, or we won't all be able to get mad at the umps, and I don't know. I feel like, I know it's kind of weird, but I don't know. I actually don't like that. I'm trying to click on this, but it'd be nice if it went away. I know Justin Turner's going to be coming to the plate. There we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do 3D because we should be good now. Or maybe not. Okay, I don't know. All right, here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs. Ball 1. Let's see if this is upstairs, then we're good. 1-0 count to Justin Turner. Peterson rocks and fires. That's going to be outside for ball 2. So there we go. So that is okay. So we're good. Do I have the right? That's going to be like the replay. You can still argue plays that. Yeah, you can. I don't know. It's not the same, though. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be outside ball 3, because those are like, arguing calls on first base and third base. Not going to be the same, because like you can always replay those. These, I don't know. 3-0 count. Peterson kicks and deals. That's going to be outside for ball 4. So Turner's going to walk. Challenge. Yeah, I guess I didn't really look at the the specifics about it yet. This will bring up Matt Shaw. And again, Turner heading out to first. As Peterson sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1 count to Matt Shaw, who's batting .223 OPS. Well, I couldn't tell you. It's like 6-something, 678. Here's the pitch. That's going to be yanked to left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And just like that, there's 2 runners on for the Cubs. I guess I can use my phone for MLB. Go ahead and get the lineups on my phone. That way I have it, because I don't have enough screens. Everyone else is like, oh, you need 3 or 4 screens. I'm like, I don't have 3 or 4 screens. That ain't happening. This is PCA at the plate. Peterson looks back at second. Rocks and fires, showing bunt. It is down to third. Throws to first. Gets PCA by a step. So that is moving the runners to second and third. So how's it going? How's it going to CeeLo? Again, Nico Horner at the plate. He's 1 for 1, batting .300 OPS of 745. I guess I won't be able to have the home runs or RBIs and stuff like that, as Peterson will come to a set. Kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a call. So again, there's runners on second and third with 1 out. RC, how's it going? How is it going? Looks like you're playing MLB The Show. Yeah, MLB 2018. This looks more like 2007. 0-1 count as Peterson will set on the 0-1. Rocks and fires. That is low. And it's 1-1 to Nico Horner. Again, he's 1 for 1 on the day. Looking at the ump cam now. Again, there's runners on second and third with 1 out. Peterson sets, kicks, and deals. That's a grounder, and that's going foul. Nice play there by the ball boy over there. And I believe this is going to be the foul ball you'll see. Here's the pitch, and it's yanked foul. There it is, right there. 1-2 count to Nico Horner. Again, he's 1 for 1 on the day. Peterson sets, rocks, and fires. Chopper, and that's going foul yet again. Could have said, oh, wait, he's trying to be nice. I got you. Yeah, no, it's neat. It's a neat little thing. Again, it's just a replay system of what I say pretty much. 1-2 counts to Nico Horner. Peterson rocks and fires. That is in the dirt, handled well. And it's 2-2. 2-2 count to Nico Horner. Again, the Cubs leading 2-1 over the Mets. With 1 out here in the bottom of the second, Peterson will set. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold the other runner at third. And there's runners on the corners with still 1 out. That'll bring up Ian Happ. He's batting .240, OPS of 761. Can I click on him and get more info? Oh, I can. Look at that. 23 homers, 74 RBIs. Oh, man. I'm discovering so many things lately. That's so awesome. It's a cool addition. Yeah, no, it's neat. It's neat. I'm going to have to figure something out, though, for the playoffs. I don't know if I can do this for the playoffs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside ball 1 because I'm having some issues with the YouTube TV. Apparently, that's a little bit behind. But whenever I went here, we're good. Again, runners on the corners with 1 out. Peterson looks over, kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. That was a little bit low. Happ again. Happ did not like the call earlier. And he's not going to like this one. Again, he started barking. You'll see it right here. Going to be a little bit low. Though I guess on there it doesn't look as bad. Everything's on the Stream World. Stream World's good. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Pretty excited about the 1,000, obviously. Just got that this past Saturday. We're just kind of, I don't know. I'm hopeful that this thing can, take off. Here's the 1-2, and that is inside for ball 2. So 2-2 count to Ian Happ. Clearly frustrated, by the way, with that call and the call earlier as well. 300 Nico. Yeah, Nico hits. He just hits. 2-2 count. Peterson rocks, sets. Looks over at first, kicks and deals. Chopper, and that's once again fouled. Congrats on the 1K you did in no time. Sign of professional sports guy. Thanks. I don't know about no time. I assure you it was a grind. But yeah, 6 months pretty much is when I started doing the play-by-play. That's when I started doing it. 2-2 count. Peterson looks over at first. Looks over again. Kicks and deals. That's going to be outside for ball 3. But thank you, RC. I really do appreciate that. Again, I'm hopeful things can come of this. It'd be great to do this for a living. Of course, I need to mix up some other content for sure. 3-2 counts. Peterson rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Another one's rounding third, and that is going to score as well. Ian Happ with the 1 out. 2 RBI double, and the Cubs lead 5-1. Trade Jerry Jones. I would rather have Jerry as the Pirates owner, to be honest, because he spends money at least. Kind of. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I don't. He's who would spend money on the wrong places and overpay average players. We have a mound visit here. I don't know if this is it for Peterson, but again, the Cubs leading. So, yeah, Peterson's done. Peterson's already been yanked. Oh, that's not a good sign. So, a pitching change underway. Again, I'll try to get you the name as soon as possible. Oh, I need to just keep it here. Oh, wow. I'm learning so many things about this. How painful will that be? I don't know. I think it'd be okay. Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If you're a fan of baseball, if you're a fan of sports, football, whatever, it doesn't matter. I do it all. Well, really, that's just that. I don't know why I say I do it all, because it's really just baseball and football, baseball. You ask about another sport, I'm just going to say no, because I just do football and baseball. I do actually do a little bit of college basketball, but that is very little, and in between the football season and baseball season. So that's really when I'll be doing that. And, of course, the Final Four, the March Madness tournament, I'm going to be doing that as well. That was actually very fun. That was actually the first games I called. So I kind of mislead you guys when I say I started calling on opening day. That's when I actually kind of said, let's go ahead and make this a thing. But, yeah, college basketball was actually what I did. And it was actually very fun. And that's what kind of, let's see if we can do something with baseball. Of course, I just did all the Pirates, but then I started mixing it up when the Pirates were off. Yeah, Cubs Diamondbacks. First game, that was a non-Pirates game for baseball, and it went way better than any of the Pirates games. I'm like, heck yeah. Yeah, that was fun. Did the Pittsburgh ACC tournament, SEC tournament. Yeah, this was fun. I look forward to doing that again. Anyway, you guys don't care, so we're going to go back because we do have a new pitcher. This is going to be Brazoban. I believe it's, Huascar Brazoban. He's 5-2 with a 3.86 ERA, whip of a 1.29. Last 7 appearances, 4.32 ERA with a whip of a 1.8. Peterson, by the way, looking at the wall, so that's not good. Doesn't look happy. Only if he starts calling the Pirates America's team. That would be pretty wild. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. The Pittsburgh Pirates, America's team. You heard it here first. 0-1 count to Seiya Suzuki. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there, and that makes it 0-2. Suzuki batting .242, OPS of 778, 27 homers, 91 RBIs. For the game, he is 0 for 1. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be hits, and that's going to be fouled back. Literally said all the money in the world isn't going to help Jerry out. I'm starting to believe the people who say Jerry needs someone to tell him to shut up and get out of the way. Oh, yeah, no, he should have been doing that about 10 years ago. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be hit to right. On the run is Soto, and that one is a foul ball. Is NHL back delay? Are you going to do any? I'll just do one. Good evening. You do not like the look of this. You don't like it? That's fair. I've been it's a hit and miss. It's people like it. People either like it or they don't. It's actually like they hate it or they love it. I can switch it back and forth. I think we can do that. Like an inning off, inning on. Here's the 0-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So, again, what you're going to see here is the replay of what I just called. Suzuki at the plate, and there he is. Here's the swing and a miss right there. That'll bring up Carson Kelly. He walked earlier. He's batting .255, OPS of 783, 17 homers, 50 RBIs, as Brazoban will come to a set. Rocks and fires. That's a grounder to third. Throws to first for out number 3. Oh, you're meaning the score. Oh, I gotcha. The Cubs, yes, adding some more. They now lead 5-1 over the Mets. And yes, this game, whenever to be honest, when I was making the schedule for the week, the Mets were not going to be able to make the cut. I just wasn't going to be able to do it. But as luck would have it, I was running late, so I had to pivot from my Pirates to this game. And, of course, it's a do or die, really, for the Mets. Not really so much of a die if the Pirates win, but still, it's something, you guys. By the way, how's it going, Anthony? How are you doing? How's it going? Good to see you. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for your support. As always, the Scoreboard sponsors sponsor this segment. So, again, appreciate you guys, Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez. All right. The Indians lead the Tigers 3-2. The Phillies leading the Marlins 3-0. Pirates leading the Reds 4-2. So, again, that's good news for the Mets fans. Nationals 1, Braves 0. Yankees 1, White Sox 0. Red Sox and the Blue Jays 1-1. Orioles 2, Rays 0. And the Rangers 1, Twins 0. So that is your roundup around the league. You're never really out of the game until you're out of the game. Yeah, that's true. Again, baseball, anything could happen. Just nickel and dime. Just got to run here, got to run there. Your pitching locks in. You never know. It happens all the time. You'll be back shortly. All right, I'll see you then. See you soon, Bing. Yeah, again, this may be, depending on how, obviously with the playoffs, this may be the last game I cover for the Mets. So, Mets fans obviously hope that's not the case, but yeah. Good talking to you. I'm doing okay. I'm just hanging in there. Very happy about the 1,000 subs. YouTube's looking great. Hopefully the rest of life can keep up with that. But right now, it's okay. I'll live. All right, this is Francisco. Francisco Alvarez. It's batting .257, OPS of 772, 9 homers, and 28 RBIs. Folks, again, check out Anthony Merkovich. He again started whenever I first met him, about 1,000 subs. Now he's at 20,000 subs. Actually, it's been about a week since I've checked, so he might be even up even more. So definitely check him out for all your content, short form and video content. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, you'll be able to see that in a moment. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. So 0-2 counts. That was in there at the knees. Horton working really fast as here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Jeez, All right, 1 out here in the top of third. That'll bring up Francisco Lindor, batting .268, 29 homers, 81 RBIs, OPS of 808. Of course, he homered to begin this one. As Horton rocks and fires. Breaking ball, that is in there for a called strike. You're at 20,581. Nice, very nice. You always shout me out. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. And it's 1-1. 1-1 count. 1 out here in the top third. Cubs leading 5-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to center. And PCA with a sliding catch rolling around in the grass. Out number 2. And that'll bring up Juan Soto, who's 1 for 1. Batting .268, OPS of 935, 42 homers, and 104 RBIs. Also has 36 stolen bases on the year, which is just amazing. Smashing his career high of 12. Has a stolen base today already. You'll be back? All right, I'll see you soon. As here is the pitch. That's a chopper, and that's going to first. And Santana steps on the bag for out number 3 very quickly. Very quickly, the Mets go down. That's not what they need. We head to the bottom of the third. The Cubs lead 5-1. Man, this is not good. Thought it would be a very good performance. I don't know, just the leadoff homer. I'm like, okay, well, hey, the Mets might be for real. But that was the peak. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. Cubs, Mets, every now and then, really, for both of these guys. But it's mostly Pirates. As you know, that the Pirates won't be playing in the playoffs. So I'll be covering plenty of playoff baseball. I mean, that is definitely the goal. So hopefully, again, if you're a baseball fan, sports fan, whatever, definitely subscribe. Sports better, even. I mean, shoot. Might as well. Got plenty of the sports bettors already. So definitely subscribe to the channel, as it's a growing channel. Again, just 6 months ago at 30 subs. Now we're over 1,000. Still listening here. Delay, just multitasking, taking out trash, cooking, folding clothes, watching one. There we go. See, hey, that's the whole thing. You know, if you guys can't watch the game, you know, if you got other things you got to do, just put me onto the side. You want to hear what's going on? Definitely put me onto the side. Do your thing. Do your stuff around the house or at work. That's where I can definitely hopefully help you out. You know, if you're not able to catch the game or watch the game at the moment, boom, right here, put me on. And, of course, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you'd like. I try to read as many comments as possible. RC pulling for the Cubs. Stepping up to the plate is Michael Busch. He's batting .256, OPS of 830, 30 homers, and 82 RBIs. Is he pinch hitting for somebody? I'm assuming he is. It's saying Santana there on game day. I don't know. So, yeah, Michael Busch has replaced Santana. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to first. And that's going to be stepped on the bag for out number one. One pitch, one out. Brazuban still in, by the way. That'll bring up Dansby Swanson. He's batting .247, OPS of 718, 23 homers, 76 RBIs. Is 0 for 1 on the day. Brazuban delivers, and that's going to be in there for a called strike. So 0-1 to Dansby Swanson, who asks for time. Again, if you're just joining us, as you can see, it's 5-1 Cubs. Mets scored first. Leadoff homer by Lindor. And that was as good as it's gotten for the Mets, as that's a swing and a miss. Strike two, falling out in front of that. 0-2 count. As here's the pitch. That's a grounder to third. Beatty throws to first for out number 2. That'll bring up Justin Turner, who walked earlier. He's batting .221, OPS of 611, 3 homers, 18 RBIs. Northwestern Wildcats, the Wrigley Field Series versus Minnesota. November 22nd. That's pretty cool. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Oh, and 1 count to Justin Turner. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going to go foul. 0-2. 0-2 count to Justin Turner. 2 outs. Nobody on here at the bottom of the 5th. Again, the Cubs leading 5-1. Brazuban sets, kicks, and deals. That is going to be low for ball 1. One and 2 to Justin Turner. Brazuban spitting everywhere. Sets. Rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to go foul. Turner's still playing, not necessarily in his prime or anything like that. He was just more of a contact hitter back in the day. He had a good eye and a little bit of power when he was with the Dodgers. I'm looking at his stats here. One and 2 count to Justin Turner as he steps back into the box. I guess his bat broke. I'm not too sure. Brazuban sets, rocks, and fires. That's going to be hit to short. Lindor tosses to first for out number 3. At the end of 3, we head to the, of course, top of the 4th. Cubs leading 5-1 over the Mets. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is a sports channel. Plenty of play-by-play here on the channel. Definitely plan on doing as much playoff baseball as possible. So definitely subscribe to the channel. Of course, again, thank you to the members and the donors. Appreciate you guys. Of course, a special thank you to Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez for being the scoreboard sponsor. So, let's see what's happening. Of course, again, I'm sure everyone's interested to see what's happening in the Pirates-Reds game as the Indians lead the Tigers 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. The Phillies lead the Marlins 3-0 in the top of the 7th. The Pirates leading the Reds 4-2 as they head to the top of the 7th. The Yankees leading 1-0 over the White Sox in the bottom of the 5th. Nationals and the Braves 1-1 as they head to the top of the 6th. Red Sox and the Blue Jays 1-1 at the top of the 5th. The Orioles 2, Rays 0 in the bottom of the 3rd. And the Rangers leading the Twins 1-0 in the top of the 2nd inning. And again, it's a delay doubleheader. We're going to try to go to San Diego after this. As again, the Brewers and the Padres will do battle. Again, it was a great game last night. San Diego walked it off. That was pretty fun. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Again, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. And again, I do have a poll, and 54% of you guys have picked the Cubs over the Mets in this one. We do have a new pitcher. It's going to be Michael Soroka. He's 3-8 with a 4.69 ERA, whip of a 1.12. Due up is Pete Alonso, batting .273, OPS of 874, 37 homers and 122 RBIs. As we're set to begin the top of the 4th inning. So Horton didn't really go too far, which is shocking because, again, he looked really good. Was working really fast. As we're hopefully ready to begin very shortly. Soroka stepping up to the mound, I assume. There you go. Here is Pete Alonso. Here is the pitch. That is low for ball 1. Again, the Mets, this is a do or die for them. They need to get it together. They are fortunate that the Pirates are leading against the Reds. As here's the pitch. That is low for ball 2. I can't tell you as a Pittsburgh fan, Pittsburgh struggles out there in Cincinnati, so just keep that in mind. If the Pirates do win today, they will most likely lose the next 2 days. 2-0 count. Soroka rocks and fires. That is in there for a called strike. 2-1 count to Pete Alonso. Looks like he's going to ask for time again. He's had a great year, 37 homers, 122 RBIs. And yet his OPS still not over 900, 874, which is very good. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. So 2-2 to Pete Alonso. Top of the 4th, nobody on, nobody out. Soroka rocks and fires. Breaking ball called, strike 3. He struck him out. And that'll bring up Brandon Nimmo, who's 0 for 1 on the night, batting .259, OPS of 758, 24 homers and 88 RBIs. Alonso knew it immediately. Soroka kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. Oh 1 to the 0-1 Brandon Nimmo. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a grounder to second. He underhands it to first for out number 2. Cubs making quick work of the Mets right now. That'll bring up Mark Vientos, batting .235, OPS of 710, 17 homers, and 60 RBIs. He's also 0 for 1 on the night. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 195 below the zone. Soroka kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. It's been a while since we've seen a Mets hit. And that'll bring up Brett Beatty, batting .252, OPS of 741, 17 homers, and 47 RBIs. Again, he's 0 for 1 in this one. It's a runner on first with 2 outs. Again, if you're just tuning in, Cubs leading 5-1. Soroka kicks and deals. That's a breaking ball in there for strike 1. On 1 count as Soroka looks over at first. Kicks and deals. Breaking ball, that is in there for a called strike. Beatty doesn't like the call. Deshaun pulling for the Cubs. How's it going? Oh and 2 count, 2 outs, runner on first. Beatty at the plate. Soroka sets, rocks, and fires. Breaking ball, that is in the dirt. Handled well, ball 1. One and 2. To Brent Beatty. Soroka just kind of chilling on the mound as he looks over at first. Rocks and fires. That is inside. And it's 2 and 2. Soroka looks over at first yet again. He sets. Kicks and deals. Grounder to first. Bush with a nice pick. Steps on the bag for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Mets yet again. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Cubs lead the Mets 5-1. Again, the Mets, a lot on the line. They need to get it together, but it doesn't seem like they are. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So hopefully you like the sound of that. And that's pretty much it. I don't really have much to really say other than that. Yeah, the bottom scoreboard's going to be a little bit messed up, Gabe. Sometimes it'll say there's a runner on second when in fact that is false. So I do apologize for that. I have no control over that scoreboard. And yeah, I just realized that, yeah, you guys kind of have a scoreboard in the top left corner. You don't really need the one on the bottom, but I have it there anyway. Reds are a bunch of Teds. Look at the Cubs after losing to Cincy, handing the Reds a golden ticket. Yeah, they burned that ticket. Right now, not looking good against the Pirates. But, again, there's plenty of baseball left in that one as well. So, we'll see. Pirates, again, they struggle out there in Cincinnati when it comes to baseball. Not so much in football. But in baseball, yes. They struggle for some reason. They struggle everywhere, to be honest with you. Their away record was terrible. 23 and 52. Jeez, oh my gosh. So, yeah. But again, the Mets and the Reds, those are the two teams we're looking at. You can't even count out the Diamondbacks yet. Maybe they can do something against the Dodgers. They have a positive run differential as well. The Cardinals, Giants, pretty much out. Would take a miracle for them to make it. I don't think they are. Don't think they're going to be making it anytime soon. But again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Up to the plate is going to be Matt Shaw. He's 1 for 1, batting .225, OPS of .681, 12 homers, and 42 RBIs. They're showing John Chambi reading with the oven mitt on for some reason. Couldn't tell you why. Maybe he's flushing their last hopes down the toilet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't take them for serious at all. That's going to be in there for a called strike. They actually had a worse run differential than the Pirates. Pirates at -69. The Marlins at -82. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. So very quickly 0-2. But yeah, Miami, they were always frauds. But they look better than the Pirates at times. 0-2 count to Matt Shaw. Again, he's 1 for 1 of the night. Here's the pitch. That's going to be grounded, and that's going to go foul yet again. Again, if you're just joining us, the Cubs leading the Mets 5-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. 0-2 count to Matt Shaw. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Brasaban looking really good out of the bullpen. This is going to bring up Pete Crow Armstrong, batting .245, OPS of .762, 29 homers, and 90 RBIs. On the season. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. You have a parlay on Soto for a homer and Alonso for 2 hits. Oh, man, that's pretty tough. That's tough. Alonso 0 for 2, and they haven't really been to the plate much. Yeah, I don't know. That's asking a lot there. Good luck. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be outside for ball 2. So, yeah, I wish you the best, of course. Definitely pull for you guys to get to your money, of course. But, yeah, that's a lot. 2-0 count to PCA. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. Two and 1 count to PCA. Had a sacrifice earlier. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. The diving shortstop, Lindor, with a nice attempt, but just unable to get there. And that'll bring up Nico Horner, who's 2 for 2, batting .301, OPS of .747, 6 homers, and 60 RBIs. Having a little bit of a mound visit here. I don't know if this is going to do it for Brasaban. He's already pitched 2 innings, which is it's a lot for a reliever. And they're going to try to pick him off, and no, he's good. I thought there was a mound visit. There was not, apparently. Just glad I didn't do a parlay for Peterson. Yeah, that would have been a short and quick decision there. Here's the pitch. Way inside, and that's going to be 1-0. Again, Nico Horner batting over 300 in today's game. That's like 370 pretty much a few years ago. 1-0 count. Brasaban rocks and fires. That is going to be right down the middle for a called strike. 1-1 count. One Brasaban will set. Kicks and deals. That's going to be outside. And it's 2-1. Here's the replay. There it is. Miami 82, but their number is plus 1,000. That's a grounder to third. Throws to second. There's one. And, oh, the ball is thrown away. And that's into the dugout. So that should move him quite a bit. Something happened here. So I do have some technical problems here. I don't know what the heck happened. Yeah, I don't know what in the world's going on. Okay, they're showing it again. Every time I get back caught up to speed, it doesn't do it. My bad, guys. What the heck? we're going to the Mets broadcast because I don't know what's going on with the Cubs. All right, so he won't actually go to third. My bad. Yeah, he's just going to go to second. Again, they're just showing it again. I don't know what in the world happened there. This is Ian Happ at the plate. It's going to take it low for ball one, as I'm still a little bit behind. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Nico, one of two players in the NL hitting 300. Yeah, he's looking good. 1-1 count to Ian Happ, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. Grounder to second. Diving play. Throws to first. Oh, and he throws that one away. And another one's going to score. Oh, my goodness. McNeil makes a great play. You can see the runner scoring there. Unbelievable. The Mets are falling apart before our very eyes. I cannot believe what is going on. Jeez. Again, it was a great play by McNeil. Kind of rushes the throw. Oh, my goodness. And Happ is going to, actually, I think Happ stayed at first. Need a paycheck for the 1969 Cubs choking to the, this guy. Oh, payback. Yeah, that makes more sense. Paycheck. Well, yeah, I mean, the Cubs looking good. The Mets are not. So, I mean, the Cubs payback would be knocking the Mets out. But I don't know if that's going to happen this series regardless because I believe the Reds are losing currently. I could be wrong on that. But all right, here's Suzuki. That's going to be way inside, and it's 1-0. This is Suzuki's 0 for 2. He's batting .241, OPS of .777, 27 homers, 91 RBIs. As Brazoban rocks and fires, that is going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Unbelievable what is happening here. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to short. Lindor throws to second for the force for out number 3. We head to the top of the 5th. The Cubs all over the Mets, 6-1. Jeez, Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. And hopefully that sounds good to you guys. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. We will check out some scores. So, again, appreciate you guys for your support. Of course, a special thank you to Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez for being the scoreboard sponsor. So, again, thank you very much. As we check out some other scores. All right, the Indians up over the Tigers 5-2 in the top of the 8th. Pirates leading the Reds 4-2 in the top of the 8th. Phillies leading the Marlins 3-1 in the top of the 8th. Braves 2-1 over the Nationals, currently in the top of the 7th. White Sox leading the Yankees 2-1 at the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 there in Toronto as they host the Blue Jays. The Orioles lead 3-0 over the Rays in the bottom of the 4th. And the Rangers tied with the Twins 1-1 in that one. Let's see if I kind of like the Mets, the Cubs broadcast. Let's go back to that. Just a fan of John Chomby. I like him a lot. It's very good. Very good broadcast. But again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe, and feel free to chat down below. I try to read as many comments as possible. I really do. And, of course, I will be actually going to another game after this one. This game going to be running a little bit later. That was kind of expected. I originally wanted to do the Pirates-Reds, but things didn't work out. So we're doing Mets-Cubs. Right after this is Brewers and the Padres. So plenty of baseball for tonight. Yeah, we're trying to cover as much as possible here as, again, playoff baseball happening very, very soon. Looking at these finishes. This is Starling Marte, who's 0 for 1, batting .278, OPS of .768, 9 homers, 34 RBIs. Marte coming up and stepping up to the plate. Soroka still in as he kicks and deals. That is outside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Marte, who apparently on y'all's screen is just chilling behind the plate. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be low, and it's 2-0. 2-0 count to Starling Marte. The Mets warming up another pitcher. This is Stanek. Here's the pitch. Taking all the way. That's going to be in there for a called strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-1 count to Starling Marte. Here's the pitch. That is in the dirt, ball 3. So 3-1 count to Starling Marte. Here's the 3-1. That's a chopper, and that's going foul. That makes the count full again. It's 6-1. The Cubs leading the Mets in the top of the 5th inning. Nobody on. Full count. Soroka kicks and deals. Grounder, and that's going to get through for a base hit, and boy, do the Mets need that. That'll bring up Jeff McNeil, who's batting .248, OPS of .757, 12 homers, 53 RBIs. Again, he's 0 for 1 in this one. Runner on first. Nobody at the Mets need something again. I mean, they got to look at that scoreboard out there in, Cincinnati and see that, hey, the Pirates doing their job. You got to do your own. We got to do our own here. Here's the pitch. That is outside for ball 1. 82 on the gun. 1-0 count to Jeff McNeil. Again, he had the error. I think he's had 2 errors today, if I recall. I could be wrong. 1-0 count. Soroka sets. Looks over at first. Rocks and fires. McNeil is jammed. Shallow second's going to throw to first. That was close. Almost doubled Marte up. Would have been tragic. That'll bring up Francisco Alvarez, who's 0 for 1, batting .255, OPS of .769, 9 homers, 28 RBIs. Soroka looks over at first. Sets. Kicks and deals. Breaking ball, that is in there for a called strike. 0-1 count to Francisco Alvarez. Steelers, how's it going? Yeah, 6-1, I know. Here's the pitch. That is way outside, and it's 1-1. Definitely wish it was a closer game. Would be more exciting that way. A lot more drama in that way. 1-1 count to Alvarez. Again, there's a runner on first. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Cubs leading, of course, 6-1. As the Mets are struggling. Soroka sets. Looks over at first. Rocks and fires. Breaking ball, that is outside. And it's 2-1. As you see on your screen, you're at the timeout. But again, that's why you have to listen. Got to listen to the voice. 2-1 count. Soroka looks over at first. He sets, kicks, and deals. Chopper to short. Oh, and he boots it. Oh, and Marte's going to head to third. And look at that. Alvarez at second. Swanson tried to pick it. But that was just a straight-up error. Doc, you need 2 mini-bats, so whenever there's a hit, you can make a knock. There we go. I like that. I like that. That's good. Francisco Lindor batting .268, OPS of 806, 29 homers, 81 RBIs. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Has a solo homer, of course. Looks like the pitching coach got a little chat with Soroka. Again, runners at second and third with 1 out. Taylor Rogers warming up for the Cubs in the bullpen. That's a good arm to have. Very good arm to have. Again, folks, I'll be doing another game after this. I'll probably be late to that one, but hey, that's okay. But yeah, I'll be doing Padres, Brewers. So again, if you're just a baseball fan, definitely like and subscribe, and feel free to stay. If not, that's okay. You have a great rest of your night. Of course, we have plenty of baseball in this one. But yeah, again, it's a growing channel. Just 6 months ago at 30 subs, now we're over 1,000. So again, definitely subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. As Soroka sets, rocks, and fires. Breaking ball, that is in there for a called strike. Lindor at the plate. This is a very key part of the lineup here for the Mets. It's time to take advantage. And, of course, tomorrow I will be doing Pirates-Reds and the conclusion of Brewers-Padres. 0-1 count. Soroka kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to second. Horner tosses to first for out number 2. And that's going to knock in a run, so it's 6-2. And now there's a runner on third as well. That'll bring up Juan Soto. Soto's 1 for 2. Is batting .268, OPS of 934, 42 homers, and 104 RBIs. You definitely got the voice for it. Yeah, no, it's all fake, but I appreciate it, Stone Cold. It's an honor to talk to Stone Cold. That's upstairs ball 1. Definitely it's just like kind of voice acting, in my opinion, just kind of imitating what I've heard over the years. That's all it is. My real voice is nasally. You can kind of hear the nasally, when I'm broadcasting. Here's the 1-0. That's a breaking ball. That is low, and it's 2-0. Handicap this morning was Peterson falling to pieces. Horton is awesome. Reds aren't playing the Cubs. Cubs money line. Doesn't get more simple than that. 2-0 count for Juan Soto. Here's the pitch. That is a breaking ball just below the knees, and it's 3-0. And, of course, Gabe needs, I believe, was it a Soto home run, if I recall? I think he needed Alonso with 2 hits, which, again, it's looking a little unfortunate for that. 3-0 count for Juan Soto. Here's the pitch way upstairs, and it's ball 4. No home run for Soto. But you'll have a chance to maybe get one of your hits here for Pete Alonso as he's at the plate. 0 for 2 on the night, batting .273, OPS of 873, 37 homers, and 122 RBIs. Soto in a elite category of 200 home runs and 1,000 hits through the age 26 season. So yeah, he's in an elite company. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Alonso at the plate. Soroka looking over at first. Rocks and fires. And Alonso hits this to right. And that one is off the ivy. Suzuki throwing it in. 1 run's going to score, and Soto's going to hang out at third. And hey, maybe it's getting a little bit interesting. That's one of your hits, Gabe. And of course, Alonso will have another at bat, so that'll be pretty big for you. So that makes it 6-3. And we have a little bit of a game here. Brandon Nimmo coming to the plate, batting .259, OPS of 756, 24 homers, and 88 RBIs. He is, what is he? And Nimmo is 0 for 2 in this one. And Soroka's actually going to be yanked. So this is it for Soroka. And it looks like it's going to be Taylor Rogers. And that's going to be a pretty tough ask there. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is a growing channel, folks. Again, just 6 months ago, we were at 30 subs. As I failed in the sports video game department. It is what it is. I was told actually today, though, someone liked my Fortnite video. That's pretty neat. But anyway, but yeah, now I'm doing play-by-play, and it's been fun. This is a great, this has been fun. Of course, been doing baseball and football, so if you're either one of those fans or a sports bettor, I mean, we got plenty of sports bettors that have subscribed to the channel. Definitely do that. Again, what I do is I just call games just in case you don't have the game on your TV or whatever, streaming laptop, or the wife is making you do every single thing around the house before you can actually, watch the game. And that's where I come on. I can't help you fold your laundry, but I can help you keep track of what's happening. So definitely like and subscribe to the channel because, again, it's a growing channel. Might as well hop on now while it's not too crowded. New pitcher for the Cubs, of course, I mentioned earlier, Taylor Rogers, 3-2 on the year, 3.14 ERA, whip of a 1.36. His last 7 appearances, though, a little bit of a rough stretch for him, 7.56 ERA with a whip of a 1.32. Whip's not too bad. It could be better, but the ERA not good. Again, Nimmo coming to the plate, who is 0 for 2 in this one. Yeah, Soroka with a short leash. Understandable. Cubs managed showing that they really want it. Yeah, no, they are. They're only 2 games up on the Padres. As Rogers delivers, that's going to be in there for a called strike. Lefty on lefty. So, again, this definitely favors Rogers. You're folding laundry right now. Bam. Right there. Right there, Gabe. This is what I'm here for. But make sure you fold them properly, okay? Here's the 0-1. That's going to be yanked to right. Does it have the distance? It does! With one swing, he has tied the game. It's 6-6. Oh, my goodness. Now I'm pretty much awake at this point. Before this inning, it was kind of a snooze fest. Not going to lie, like a blowout. But Brandon Nimmo with his 25th home run of the season. And it's 6-6, a 3-run shot. Wow. And again, Rogers' struggles will continue, apparently, as he just can't believe it, just holding his head like, what in the world? As Rogers kicks and deals, that's going to be sent to left. This is Vientos at the plate, and Vientos is going to be out. Wow. Well, what an inning. What an inning for the Mets. 5 runs here in the top of the 5th. 6-6 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Awesome pitching change there. Jeez. Yeah, no, it was something. It definitely impacted the game, which was what the manager was going for, maybe not in the way that he had hoped. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure you're getting to like and subscribe. This is what I do, folks. I call games. And if you like, baseball, football, or you're a sports bettor, sports fan, whatever, definitely like and subscribe to the channel because this is a sports channel and it's a growing channel. So definitely subscribe. A coworker once said when we played MLB on his PS5 is the one thing about baseball is you just never know. I mean, that's literally, I say that actually all the time. So your coworker is a genius, but you really never know. You never know on any given day, any given inning, any given at bat, any given pitch. You just never know how that can go. It's so random. I mean, it really is. Baseball is so random. So, but I mean, in the end, the good teams usually win. Of course, the playoffs, it's the hot team that usually wins. But that's really for any sport now at this point. But yeah, no, definitely, again, like and subscribe. Appreciate you, Gabe, and of course Stone Cold. You guys, I don't think I've seen you guys before on the channel, so I appreciate you stopping on by. I believe there's E. Miller. Again, appreciate you guys. I don't know if you guys are still here, but again, appreciate it. Of course, I have a lot of regulars here, like a true Raider, Steelers fan, always huge. Steve Duke, again, he's been here for a while. I believe I've also seen There's RC, Deshaun. I believe I've seen you, Deshaun, and Anthony. Again, I appreciate you guys all for hanging out tonight. As we have a new pitcher for the Mets, it's Ryan Stanek, 4-6 with a 5.17 ERA, whip of a 1.56. Carson Kelly coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, batting .254, OPS of 781, 17 homers, 50 RBIs. True Reader, beat them Cubs. He wants the Mets to win. Doctor, I had a dream last night that we were neighbors in Utah and randomly started snowing for some reason. We were outside, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. We were outside sledding together. Interesting. I've never went sledding. Actually, no, I have. That's a lie. I did that many moons ago, as that's going to be outside, and it's 1-1. I'm new, but definitely sticking around. Well, thank you, Gabe. Appreciate it. Yeah, I tell people no parlays. Play the numbers and have faith. Don't let the numbers play you. Baseball has curveballs, literally. 1-1 count. Stanek sets and fires. That's going to be popped up and fouled back. Why they take out Horton Vic? I wish I could tell you. He was looking good and looking very efficient. Horton finished, by the way. I'm sure you're probably looking at the stats as well. 3 innings, 1 earned, 2 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. I don't understand it. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be popped up, and that's going foul. Horton only had 29 pitches thrown. So your guess, Vic, is as good as mine, because that made no sense. I was shocked. Like, why is Soroka in? Yeah, it made no sense. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up. Alonso making a run, and did he make the catch? No, he couldn't secure it. He does fall into the stands. He fell right. There was netting right there where there's like kind of a little gap or something. So Alonso takes a huge tumble, but he's seemingly okay. Oh, that's a bummer. He had it in the tippy tip of his glove, but then he fell over. Man. Alonso, hopefully he's okay. Again, he literally landed in the stands, which, I didn't think you'd ever see that before, but here we are. All right, Stanek delivers. That's a grounder to short. Lindor throws to first for outs number 1. And down goes Kelly. Better at cards. Mets are almost below 5. I know. Again, the Mets have been a struggling team. This is Michael Busch, who's 0 for 1 on the night, batting .255, OPS of 829, 30 homers, 82 RBIs. I'm probably going to be joining the Padres-Brewers game in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Michael Busch. Stanek delivers. That's a check swing. Did he go? He went. That one was below the knees there. You might see it. I don't know if it's this pitch. No, it's going to be the one after. Yeah, he clearly went. The 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike right down the middle. Is there like some type of 5-second rule if the ball is in your glove but rolls out? I don't know. I feel like people just know what a catch or not a catch is, to be honest with you. I don't know what the thing is, though, how long it has to be in your glove. 1-2 count. Stanek delivers. That's going to be in the dirt, as it's 2-2. Doctor, will the Buccos sign any big-name free agents this offseason? Could not tell you. I hope so. I don't think it happens because they are the Pirates. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That is in the dirt. Olayed by Alvarez. And it's 3-2. 3-2 count. Stanek sets. Rocks and fires. That is upstairs. And he's going to walk. So the Cubs have a guy on at first, and that's going to bring up Dansby Swanson, who is 0 for 2 on the night, batting .246, OPS of 717, 23 homers, and 76 RBIs. Stanek sets and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Enjoying the stream? Hit that like and subscribe to never miss a live play-by-play from Dr. Delay. And the Nightbot does the exact same thing that Steelers fan does. 0-1 count. Stanek sets and fires. That's a swing and a miss. Throws to first. Did he get him? He did not. Catcher Alvarez keeping him on check on True TV and TBS, but blacked out since I live 3 hours from Wrigley. Frustrating. Oh, yeah, appreciate it. Hey, this is what I do. This is what I do, man. Yeah, I have MLB TV, which I was actually watching this earlier on TBS, as that's going to be low. But then I found out, hey, it's still on MLB TV, which is cool. But yeah, for some reason, TBS for me was like 2 pitches behind. And I'm like, what the heck? And I was live. Is Horton still pitching? No, Timmy, he is not. 1-2 count. Oh, the runner's going, and that's going to be cut on and fouled back. And Timmy, Vic and I were talking about it earlier. We weren't really talking about it, but he brought it up, and I have no idea why Horton was pulled. No idea. 1-2 count. Stanek looks over at first. Looks again. Rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to go foul. The parlays I do are correlation and reverse correlation. Example, money line with the same teams over 2.5 for correlation, and plus 1.5 with opponents over 1.5. If I really slowed my brain down right now, I probably could get it, but right now, I don't understand. 1-2 count. Stanek looks over at first, and he's going to step off. Again, it's 1-2, the count to Swanson. 1 out, runner on at first. Here's a pickoff attempt, but not happening. 4-2. Buck Santana just walked Ellie, tying run at the plate. Oh, man. Interesting. Again, Cincinnati usually does very well against the Pirates in Cincy. The Pirates are not good in Cincinnati. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That is going to be outside. Do the Mets get knocked out tonight with a loss? No, Patrick, they do not. They still have plenty of games left. The team that they are behind is also down. So that helps. Here's the 2-2. That is in the dirt. Ball 3. Some books don't allow correlation, or they nerf it due to negative value. Interesting. The count is full. 3-2 to Swanson. Runner on at first. Here in the bottom of the 5th, 1 out. Stanek looks over at first. Looks over again. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to center. Nemo is running way in, still running in, and makes the catch for out of 2. Again, that wind is very much a factor today if you hit it to center. That's going to bring up Justin Turner's 0 for 1 with the walk. Batting .220 on the year, OPS of 607, 3 homers, 18 RBIs. Again, after this inning, we'll be sure to check out the scores from across the Major League Baseball. Might even call 2 games at once, as here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1 will call the ending of the Pirates-Reds. So I know Mets fans are very much looking at that one. Oh, never mind, because Steelers fan has informed us The Buccaneers. The Pirates have just raised the Jolly Roger. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be popped up, and that's going to go foul. So the Reds lose tonight, Mets. Raise it, says Denny. Yes, so the Mets fans here again. A win, and you reclaim, at least for the moment, your playoff spot. Barco gets a W. There we go. Hunter Barco. Let's go. 0-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs ball. And again, pitching is not our problem. It's hitting. It's like we have all the young talent. All the young talent. The Pirates are loaded when it comes to young pitching coming up and currently there. But we have nobody hitting. 1-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be check swing. You tried to hold up there, but that one, it was fouled back. So let's go Pirates. Good stuff. Again, if I got home in time, I wouldn't be covering this one. Then I would have covered that one. And then I would have 20 minutes of break time between the Padres and Brewers. But I'm not going to have any break because I have to go right to there after this game, as that's going to be called strike 3 on the outside corner. That one was close. And Turner having a word with him. You'll be able to see it, I believe. I don't know if it's this one or the next one. Cruz hit homer. Oh, nice. Oppo Taco, this guy. Patrick sighing. Sorry if our Pirates crush your hopes and dreams. We've gotten kind of used to it. Yeah, sorry, Mets fans. I'm very sorry if the Pirates drop the next 2 games. I'm going to cover those 2 games. I'm going to be really ticked. I really want us to win Thursday because, again, that'll be the final time I cover a Pirates game this year. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for Play-by-Play Dr. Delay. Bing, yes, the Mets looking good. Amy with some breaking news. Amy, the Guardians have taken the AL Central lead over the Tigers. What a comeback. The Tigers potentially with the worst choke job than the Mets. Because, the Tigers were so good. I cannot believe this. So, again, appreciate it, Amy, for your breaking news there. Of course, folks, we're going to take a trip across Major League Baseball. And, of course, thank you to Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez for your support. They are the scoreboard sponsors. All right, currently, the Marlins and the Phillies are tied at 3 apiece. Braves 3, Nationals 2, White Sox 2, Yankees 1, Red Sox 4, Blue Jays 1, Orioles 4, Rays nothing. The Twins leading the Rangers 2-1. Final scores, again, the Indians have apparently taken the AL Central lead. The records are tied, but I'm going to assume the Indians have the tiebreaker 5-2, and the Pirates, again, have defeated the Reds 4-2. Again, giving the Mets a chance. You're referring to the Indians? Yes. Yes, I still call them the Indians, folks. But, yeah, Guardians, Indians, yeah, it's whatever you want. But, again, I really call them the Indians. I was just reading Guardians because they're right there. All right, this is Brett Beatty. Beatty is 0 for 2, batting .251, OPS of .739, 17 homers, and 47 RBIs. Rogers still in the game as he sets and fires. That's in there for a called strike. 92 on the gun. So some interesting stuff happening across Major League Baseball. Again, it's the final week of the season. Will be very interesting. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, something interesting happening here. It was 6-1. The Cubs were leading. But here we are. It's the Mets having a great 5th inning, looking to keep that momentum going here in the 6th. 0-2 count. Rogers sets, rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to the left, and that's going to go foul. Dang ads, yes, I'm sorry. They are tied for first place, but Cleveland owns the tiebreaker. 2 more games to go in the series, and then 3 versus the Rangers. Oh, wow. Only 1 inning with runs in the Pirates win there. Another head-scratcher in baseball. Indians Still have work to do. 7 games left. Yeah, it's gonna be close. 0-2 count. Rogers sets, kicks and deals. Called strike 3. He struck him out. Good evening, Sean. How's it going? How are you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks, Patrick, for being the Reds. You're welcome. But I don't know about tomorrow or Thursday, so you guys got to get it together. Because, yeah, no, the Pirates, don't count on the Pirates. If you're counting on the Pirates, not good stuff will happen. Trust me. Starling Marte coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Marte is batting .280, OPS of .773, 9 homers, 34 RBIs. I knew the Tigers are playing way above their heads and called in. You did. Yes, you did. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. I was surprised the Tigers so well, but I thought, hey, they look good. Duran blew another save. Ooh. 0-2 counts. Rogers fires. That's going to be inside. As it's a 1-2. Paul Skeens, yes, looking forward to that one. But again, I mean, Paul Skeens is like 500 as a starter because the Pirates cannot hit. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be inside, and it's 2-2. 2-2 counts. You know what? Now I'm looking at it here, Amy. You might be related to the Ultimate Sports Network because of that name, Harris. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be inside ball 3. Yeah. To be honest, I mean, hopefully all is well with them. Here's the 3-2. That's a grounder to short. Throws to first for out number 2. So 2 away for the Mets, and that's going to bring up Jeff McNeil. He's 0 for 2. He's batting .247, OPS of .756, 12 homers, 53 RBIs. Durant can't be worse than the horrific closest that yeah, the Giants. Unfortunate. Here's the pitch. That's going to be yanked to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Suzuki hustling. McNeil hustling to second. Throw to second. The throw is off target. And McNeil with a double. Look at that. That's his 20th double of the season. Sean, I liked Rodriguez. I guess he was bad whenever I wasn't there. But Rodriguez was dominant every time I watched him. Francisco Alvarez coming to the plate, batting .254, OPS of .766, 9 homers, 28 RBIs. So for 2 in this one. And looks like that's going to do it for Rogers. Again, probably not the performance he was looking for because he has struggled as of late. That's me, you got me. This guy. Had to take my mom. Okay, yeah, again, I hope all is well. Again, don't never apologize not calling a game, you know. But yeah, hopefully all is well with you and your mom. Slugging what? No idea. Again, folks, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe. This is what I do, folks. I call games. Baseball, football. So if you like either sport, if you're a sports bettor, definitely subscribe to the channel. We got plenty of that to go around here. I don't really have any of the sports betting, but again, I know there's a lot of sports bettor that have subscribed to the channel. Seattle getting a groove at the right time. D-backs trying to do the same. Brewers look good and cruising, but maybe a let-off there. We will see. Rodriguez was great middleman, but I don't think he could handle the pressure of being a closer. This guy, Steelers, copying the Nightbot. But again, appreciate you guys. Looks like we have a new pitcher. It's going to be Drew Pomerantz. He is 2-2 with a 2.30 ERA, whip of a 1.09. His last 7 appearances, a 1.59 ERA with a whip of a 0.88. Of course, again, he's going to face Francisco Alvarez, again, who's 0 for 2 on the night. Yeah, sending positive energy over there. I don't know, I feel kind of lame that I said that. Definitely will be thinking about you, Ultimate, as here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Again, Pomerantz on the mound. Runner on second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there, but not called a strike. And it's 2-0. Two and 0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside ball 3. Oh, was that Rodriguez that did that? Oh, okay. I guess I had forgotten. 3-0 count to Alvarez. Here's the pitch. That is way upstairs. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Probably not what Counsell was expecting. This will bring up Francisco Lindor's 1 for 3. Again, he had a homer. Has 2 RBIs as well. Batting .268, OPS of 806, 29 homers, 82 RBIs. Two runners on, 2 outs. Pomerantz will come to a set. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That is going to be in there for a called strike. Again, I do have a poll. Feel free to vote on it. I'll probably take it down very soon because it's getting pretty late. 53% of you guys have the Mets winning. 47% for the Cubs. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be low for ball 1. One and 1 count. Pomerantz will come to a set again. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Actually a foul tip. 1-2. If the Giants can't make it, let's go Mets. Juan Soto is on deck. Here's the 1-2. Check this swing. Did not go, and it's 2-2. Yanks might blow this one here. That's quite amazing as well for all the wrong reasons. What is going on, Dr. Dre? I'm Dr. Dre now. How you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm tired. How are you doing? 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up. And that is going to become a souvenir. Langoliers, Raleigh, bets, home run, FanDuel, plus 8,000. Oh, man. Jeez. Well, good luck with that, Dustin. Do you want to hear the most? Yeah, sure. Why not? 2-2 count. Pomerantz sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Rounding third, heading for home is McNeil. And the Mets, with a little bit of a miracle here, down 6-1 now. They lead 7-6. I voted when it was 6-1. Can I change it? I guess I could start the poll over. I'll have to retype it all in. The Phillies are in a rain delay, so I decided to come to say hi to you. Oh, appreciate you, man. Doing good. It's good to hear you. Yeah, I'm doing good. Just tired. Pomerantz kicks and deals. That's going to be upstairs. Ball 1. Again, this is Juan Soto. Now we have somebody here tonight that needs Soto to hit a home run, and Alonso with 2 hits. Alonso has 1 hit. A 1-0 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be popped up, and that's going foul. But yeah, Soto batting .268, OPS of 935, 42 homers, and 104 RBIs on the season. Pretty good. What's his on-base percentage again? Like, he walks a lot. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be once again popped up and going foul. On base percentage of 401. Just again, keep that in mind. 400 on base percentage with a batting average of 268. He's pretty good. And I know he gets a lot of hate, but I mean, he's good. Also has 35 stolen bases this year. 1-2 count. Pomerantz looks back, kicks and deals. That's going to be hit. Foul yet again. Soto just making contact. Again, 1-2, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Top of the sixth. The Mets have already added a run here as Soto and the Mets looking to add more as Pomerantz will once again come to a set. Kicks and deals. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. He struck him out. Soto going to have a word with him, but no, that one was indeed over the plate. But the Mets have taken the lead. They now lead 7-6. Longest lasting rivalry in baseball, Giants-Dodgers. Dodgers have won 1288. Giants have won. Wow, that is very cool. That is very awesome. That's a great stat. Enjoying your commentary better than the live streams I've listened to lately. Well, thank you, Patrick. I appreciate it. I try, Patrick. I was watching JJ, by the way, before I figured, yeah, Phillies. Play-by-play, JJ. Hopefully all is well over there with the rain delay. The Mets returning from the grave. Yeah, no, they look good. I mean, you can look at it on here. I mean, the players, again, just pop up out of nowhere. But, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Again, hopefully I'm doing a good enough job to where you can subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. You don't have to pay a dime, by the way, to do so. So, yeah, again, it's free. If you're a sports fan, baseball, football, sports bettor, again, that's kind of what we do here. Sports betting, again, you know, I could be covering a game you need information on, and I'll try to provide that as soon as I can. So, yeah, definitely subscribe to the channel. I plan on doing Padres and the Brewers after this. Of course, we'll be late going into that one. Of course, you don't have to go there. I'm just saying that's what I'll be doing. So, because again, I'm trying to make this into something special. And again, it's a fast growing channel. Just in case you're kind of like, I don't know. Just 6 months ago at 30 subs, now we're over 1,000, and we are growing and growing and growing at a very fast rate. We were actually, when I went on vacation, came back at the beginning of August, we were at 340. So, yeah, we've had a lot of rapid growth as of late, and I'm hoping to keep it going. New pitcher for the Cubbies is going to be Gregory Soto. 1-5 with a 3.92 ERA whip of with the Mets. The Mets are pitching. I'm sorry. The Mets are pitching. This is Gregory Soto, 1-5, 3.92 ERA, whip of a 1.40. Matt Shaw is at the plate, and he's 1 for 2 on the night, batting .225, OPS of .679, 12 homers, and 42 RBIs. Korvac, let's go Mets. Those amazing Mets. How do the Pirates beat the Mets? The Pirates look good for a little bit. Don't pay a dime, but now we're getting interrupted by commercials. I'm sorry. Yeah, those commercials are going to be kind of annoying. Butterfly, how's it going? Hey, CeeLo, thank you very much. I appreciate the redirect. Folks, again, if you're a baseball fan, if you're a Braves fan, that's what CeeLo does. If you also like NASCAR, definitely check out CeeLo's. That's going to be in there for a cold strike. So, again, I appreciate the redirect there. Thank you very much. And we got Mets, Cubs. I can't speak now. Mets and the Cubs, as that one is in there. It's 0-2. So 0-2 count to Shaw as Soto sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going foul. But yes, I'm very sorry about the commercials. That's just that's a thing now. Braves have won 9 straight. Wow. Yeah, that's unfortunate timing. Oh, and 2 count. As they decide to show the booth. That's definitely what we signed up for as Soto kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So, with one away, that's going to bring up Pete Crow Armstrong, who's 1 for 1 on the night. He's batting .247, OPS of .764, 29 homers, 90 RBIs. RFK does not come here anymore. That's going to be high for ball 1. I know I've been away for a bit, but this game is so important for the Reds. Cubs need to win this game. Jay, how's it going? Yes. The Pirates, of course, won earlier. That's going to be a hit to right, and Soto's going to be there for the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up Nico Horner, who is 2 for 3, batting .301, OPS of .746, 6 homers and 60 RBIs. Do apologize, my commentary doesn't seem too great here. I get thrown off when they show the booth and not the game, like 90% of the time. Soto delivers. That's going to be popped up. And that is going to become a souvenir. Yeah, no. Butterfly, trust me. You made that decision. I will not override that decision. 0-1 count to Nico Horner. Just for perspective, Cleveland was 15. Oh, yeah, I know. They were way back. 0-1 count. Soto delivers. That's going to be just outside, and it's 1-1. Is Soto related to former Reds pitcher Mario Soto? I don't think so. I can actually check. He was not. 1-1 is going to be hit to right, and that's going to go foul. Magic Man, come on, people. What are we doing here? 96 viewers and only 33 likes. Smash that like and subscribe, y'all. It helps the channel. Thank you, Magic Man. Appreciate you for your support. And again, he is correct. Definitely do that. Definitely do that. 1-2 count to Horner. As Soto delivers. That's going to be tapped, and that's going foul. Again, the Mets were down 6-1 just a few innings ago, but the Mets, the miracle Mets, rallying back and currently have the lead 7-6. 1-2 count. Soto delivers. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going to drop in front of Soto for a base hit. Yes, the Mets have 2 Sotos. That'll bring up Ian Happ, who's 1 for 3, batting .241, OPS of .763, 23 homers, and 76 RBIs. You're not using game day? I am. This is actually game day, but we're just, I'm trying out this 3D thing. I don't know if I'll continue doing it. We'll see. But yeah, I still use it. This is game day, and I have my phone for the game day as well to provide me the stats. All right, so I'm assuming we have a pitching change because we just went to commercial. So yeah, Soto is done. So yeah, we're just chilling in a pitching change with 2 outs. So I don't know, kind of interesting. Hi, thanks for streaming this game. Yeah, okay, Lightning. Okay. Thank you, Lightning. I'm sure you did leave a sub. Spike that like. Yes, definitely do it. Is one Soto related to the other? I don't think so, no. Again, I appreciate you guys. Hold on. No, I'll just let things play out here. Oh, I didn't even see your question. I'm sorry, you guys are just going so fast. Just for perspective, Pirates are back. All right, let me go back. I don't know. You've been asking about RFK. You asked him about RFK. You said hello, CeeLo. What the heck is up with the graphics? Again, like I said, it's okay. I didn't. You blended in. All right. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. They said Horton was pulled due to a tight back. Oh, really? I didn't hear that either, Tad. So, anyway, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. As I check something out here. Again, I'll, of course, be calling this game, but just give me a sec. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball one. This is Tyler Rogers. Okay, sorry, guys. I know, I'm dropping the ball. 1-0 count. Rogers delivers. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to go foul. Tyler Rogers with a 4-6 record, 1.95 ERA, whip of a .91. He's been very good this year. And Happ is at the plate, who's 1 for 3 on the night. 1-1 count. Rogers delivers. That's going to be outside, and it's 2-1. Break time. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just busy there. Oh, it's the first movie you've seen in the theater. I can't actually remember. I remember seeing the Polar Express on a field trip. I don't know if that was the first one, though. 2-1. That's going to be just outside, and it's 3-1. But, again, I do appreciate you guys hanging out. 3-1 count to Ian Happ. Rogers delivers. That is low, and it's ball 4. And that's a walk. All right, runners on first and second. That's going to bring up Seiya Suzuki, who is 0 for 3 on the night, batting .241, OPS of .775, 27 homers, 91 RBIs. What do you think of the Vikings having to play the Steelers and Browns back-to-back in ninth? It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Rogers is going to have to step off here. Is Tyler Rogers ready to the Gambler? No, probably not. And no. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball up the middle. And he's rounding third, heading for home. They're going to let him score. There's the throws to third, and it's a tie game. It is a tie game here in Chicago. Oh, man, where did this inning go for the Mets? It looked like it was going to be a quick inning. Soto allows just one hit, and then they plunk him. Very interesting. I don't understand personally. But, again, that's... They play the matchups, and usually they get burned more times than not, as Kelly's going to be coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Batting .254, OPS of .778, 17 homers, 50 RBIs. Rogers will set. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That's going to be foul tipped, and that is going to be strike one, of course. 0-1 count. Lots of people liking that. Is that the bullpen guy, Rogers, that used to be on the Reds? I think no, that one is on the Cubs, if I recall. I could be wrong. Here's the 0-1. That's a ground ball up the middle. Rogers has it, throws to first for out number 3. But the Cubs tie it up as we head to the top of the 7th. 7-7 is your score. Hopefully we can get that guy out of the booth. Please, John Mulaney, I would like you to leave. So they don't show the booth over and over again. I really I don't know, I'm not a fan of when they cut to the booth all the time. But anyway, that's just me. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. So definitely do that. Again, this is what I do. Football, baseball, and, of course, plenty of sports. Again, really, that's it. Football and baseball. I don't know why I say that. But, yeah, if you're a sports fan, definitely subscribe. And, of course, thank you to all the donors and the members. Appreciate you guys a lot. Of course, Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez are the scoreboard sponsors. So let's check out Major League Baseball. while we have this little break. So yes, the Marlins and the Phillies, they are tied at 3-3, and they're in a rain delay. So we'll just have to chill out there. White Sox lead 2-1 over the Yankees. Oh wow, that's in the bottom of the ninth. Red Sox 4, Blue Jays 1 in the top of the ninth. Orioles 6, Rays nothing. The Twins leading the Rangers 2-1. Royals leading the the Royals lead the Angels 1-0. What in the world did I just say? Dodgers and the Diamondbacks 0-0. Same thing with the Rockies and the Mariners, Brewers and the Padres, Cardinals and the Giants. Final scores: the Indians have defeated the Tigers 5-2, Pirates over the Reds 4-2, and the Braves over the Nationals 3-2. So those are your final scores from across Major League Baseball. We will have a new pitcher for the Cubs. It's going to be Andrew Kittredge. It's 4-3 with a 3.53 ERA, whip of a .98. At the plate will be Pete Alonso, who's batting .274, OPS of .875, 37 homers, and 123 RBIs. So that is what is going to be happening here in the top of the seventh. And yes, again, I know if there's any, I apologize. There's Padres Brewers fans waiting for that game to start for me, but I got to finish this one out. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting to see how this one will go. Kittredge kicks and deals. That's a grounder to third. Shaw throws to first for out number 1. Sean, oh, thank you very much. Thank you for the $2, sir. I really do appreciate that. The Dr. D. Roxland, let's go Mets. Thank you. Thank you very much. And again, you're a legend. Very much appreciated. All right, that'll bring up Brandon Nimmo, who's 1 for 3. Of course, he tied the game earlier. He has a home run and 3 RBIs as Kittredge kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Pirates won. The Steelers did not lose. Not sure about the Penguins. Yeah, I don't know. You streaming the Steelers game? Yes, Jacob. I will be here Sunday morning. Very early game. 0-1 counts to Brandon Nimmo. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there, but not called a strike. 1-1. 43 likes. Very nice. Again, make sure to like it up. That like button looks like my thumb. Look at that. Look at that right there. 1-1 count. Kittredge rocks and fires. That is in there for a called strike. Has 123 RBIs. That lead the league? That's a good question. I can look that up in the half inning. One and two count. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to second. Just tosses it to first for out number 2. So I'll tell you, Guardians was Cleveland's original name. If that's true, I did not know that. I don't mind Guardians as much as the Commanders, because Guardians sound like the ending sounds like Indians. Guardians, Indians, Commanders, Redskins, like completely different. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Mark Vientos batting .236, OPS of 711, 17 homers, 60 RBIs on the season. Kittredge rocks and fires. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. But yes, I completely agree, though. Yes, Sean, they need to bring it back. It's about time. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt. He struck him out. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, your score, 7-7. All right, let me look up some stats here. Actually, I don't know who leads the league in RBIs. That's a great question. That is good for second. Kyle Schwarber has 129. So look at that. So actually, we can go ahead and refresh those standings as well. But again, appreciate you guys. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. I call games. And again, they updated this already. The Reds are a half game back. So again, if the Mets are able to win, they will have the lead once again. Of course, again, the Reds still have the tiebreaker over them, so they can't finish with the same record. But that does have to inspire them a little bit. Because, again, the Pirates do struggle out there in Cincinnati. That is a fact. You covering Wednesday or Thursday? I'm covering both, Jay. That plan was to actually cover today, but I got home from work very late. I had a feeling that was the case, too, because I didn't have any streams up. I'm like, man, I don't know. I guess I'm just one with the force because I just know when things are going to happen. I used to actually have that ability, I swear. But not anymore, not as much anymore. But yeah, I'll be doing it tomorrow. So I work a half day tomorrow, and I'll be home for Brewers-Padres Game 3, which, again, I know Game 2 is happening right now, so I do apologize if you're tuning in for that. I'm going to finish this one out. And then, yes, Pirates-Reds on Wednesday. And then Pirates-Reds Thursday as I'm off that day. And I'll probably have another baseball game and then Thursday night football later that night. And, yes, that'll be the final Pirates game I cover this year. It's going to be really sad for me. But it is what it is, I guess. Cleveland Blues, Broncos, Nap, something else. Night shift for the Indians, this guy. He'll try to make it both. Awesome. Awesome. And again, welcome everyone. As Butterfly said, again, appreciate you, Butterfly. Appreciate everyone here. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out tonight. As here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. This is Michael Busch, who's 0 for 1 with the walk, batting .255 on the year, OPS of .830, 30 homers, and 82 RBIs. 0-1 count. Rogers delivers. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going foul. So very quickly, 0-2. 0-2 count to Michael Busch. Rogers will set. Kicks and deals. That is going to be outside. And it's 1-2. Showing Thielbar warming up in the bullpen for the Cubs. As here's the 1-2. That's going to be cut on and hit, and that's going to go foul. Let's go ahead and, so I'm sure a lot of people voted earlier. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll, but I'll try to get a more updated one here in a sec. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside. And it's 2-2. Very slow typer. So bear with me. That's going to be lowercase. I know, it's terrible. Here's the 2-2, and that's going to be way outside for ball 3. All right, we got a new updated one there, just in case you cast your ballots a little prematurely. 3-2 count. Rogers sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be cut on and hit left, and that's going foul. It's Michael Busch related. It's, no, because Busch has a C. Michael Busch. 3-2 count. Rogers kicks and deals. That's going to be a foul tip, I believe. Or did he get him? I think he got a piece of it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 6-inch diameter, 1/2-inch high chocolate chip cookie. This guy. Oh, that's very good. Very good there, Trisk. Yeah, I didn't get to. Three and 2 count. Rogers sets, kicks and deals. Grounder to first. Alonso takes it himself for out number 1. Pardon me, guys. Had some pizza before I came on here. You think the Mets got this? I mean, we'll see. Again, I'm calling a game. I don't want to pick sides. So I don't know. I can't really pick sides, but it's good. It's a good game. I think both teams could easily win this game for sure. Participation trophies all around. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. This is Dansby Swanson, who's 0 for 3 on the night. 0 for 3 on the night, batting .246 OPS of .715, 23 homers, 76 RBIs. Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be in there for a called strike. 75, by the way, on those pitches. 0-2 count as Swanson's going to ask for time, I believe. Rogers steps off. The Yanks tie it up. Wow. 0-2. Rogers kicks and deals way outside. And it's 1-2. I got $250 on the Mets. Well, again, I pull for all of your bets. 1-2, here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up, and that is going to go out of play. Trisk has 251. Oh, the price is right here. One-upping each other. One and two count. As Rogers nods, sets, kicks and deals just outside, and it's 2-2. You don't mind the time? Yeah, I know. It's just think of it as a replay, Just think of it as a replay. I mean, I could go back. I mean, I might do that. Like I said, it's kind of just an experiment. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to short. Lindor throws to first for out number 2. Yeah, I mean, just think of it as a replay that is like 30 seconds behind. That'll bring up Justin Turner. He's 0 for 2 with the walk. It's batting .218 OPS of .604, 3 homers, 18 RBIs. Sean going with the dollar. Yeah, there you go. Oh, they scored on a wild pitch. Oh, man, here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going foul. Drumming has the $15 bonus. Oh, man. Oh, and 1 count to Justin Turner. Here is the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, and it's 1-1. 1-1 count. Rogers sets and fires. That's going to be hit to center. On the run. Diving. Can't make the catch. McNeil gets it, though. Is going to throw it back. Turner is like, uh-oh, I can't make it to second, and goes backwards to first. That was a pretty exciting single. All right. Turner is on. That'll bring up Matt Shaw, who's 1 for 3, batting .224 OPS of .677. If it lets me click on it. 12 homers, 42 RBIs. There's a runner on first. The new pinch runner, Kevin Alcantara, is going to be replacing Justin Turner. I wonder if it'll show it here. I think enough time has passed. They should show it on this pitch, right? Yeah, there it is. It's a little blooper. You get a diving attempt by the center fielder as Rogers will set as he faces Shaw. Rogers pickoff attempt, and he's back safe and sound. Alcantara takes his lead. Rogers looks over. He sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be low, and it's ball 1. Wade Boggs made a living off singling off the Green Monster. Heck yeah. It's a guaranteed hit. If you just hit it off that, you're good. 1-0 count. Rogers sets. Rocks and fires. Runners going. Throw to second. He is. That's close. Alcantara's clapping. I never saw a signal from the umpire. I guess he's just going to say it was safe. You had leftover cabbage rolls for dinner. Go Mets. There we go. Yeah, he was safe. Yeah, the ball actually skipped away. That is probably why the umpire never made a call, because the baseball was nowhere to be found. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Doctor, you remember Wade Boggs? Wade Boggs, maybe in like MLB 2K6 or something. If I had to guess, well, I mean, I guess you could say the Red Sox because of the Green Monster. That's going to be outside. But if he didn't play for the Red Sox, I want to guess the Giants. 3-1 count. Matt Shaw, the Cubs fans are getting a little bit louder here in Chicago. 3-1 count, runner on second, 2 outs. Rogers delivers. That is outside, and it's ball 4. The Yankees have come back and won. Oh, geez. And is this going to be it for Rogers? Yep, Rogers is done. So the Cubs will have runners on first and second with 2 outs whenever we do come back. Pete Crow Armstrong will be at the plate. And he is 1 for 2 again. He's 1 for 2, batting .246, OPS of .763, 29 homers, and 90 RBIs. Hey, now we got a force out at every plate. Not quite. Not quite. Again, it's first and second. Oh, no, that's my bad for the Blue Jays. They're only 1 game up. Yeah, the Blue Jays only up a game now because of the Yankees. Red Sox, then Yankees, and then Tampa. Okay. Not sure I like this animation. No, boo, Yankees losing at home. Yeah, again, personally, if it were, I mean, it is up to me. It really is up to me, to be honest with you. I could easily go back, and take this away. Go back to who's at the plate, which me personally I like this for many reasons. One, it shows you who's at the plate, because then if who's tuning in, like let's just say I already announced, and I don't know who's batting. But I think the reason I have success with the other thing, kind of picking on you guys, but not really, I'm also picking on myself, is I guess it's like that. You need to see something moving on the screen. You guys have probably seen those clips on your phone. Someone's talking and then they put something else on the bottom to keep your attention. Yeah, that's not good. That we all suffer from that now, but that literally, I think, helps. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and finish this one out though in 3D. I don't know if I'll keep it for the next game, but we'll just keep it here though for the rest of this one, since we're already this far in. Are you calling the Brewers game? Yes, Ben, I will be. I know we're running late here, and I do apologize for that. This one has been a very good game, as here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. This is Brooks Raley, 2-0 with a 2.38 ERA, whip of a .84. He's been very good again. And I'm very sorry, Ben. This game has went a little bit longer, as that's going to be outside. And it's 1-1. One and 1 count. Raley looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That's going to be outside. And it's 2-1. Quick stats and season follow where the pitches are going. With the animation version, the catcher. Yeah, for sure. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Yeah, probably. I might just keep the stats up for the next game. But saying again, I pretty much did the whole game like this, so I'll just keep it up. 2-2. Raley sets, and the umpire saying that, hey, PCA asked for time. Don't apologize. Well, I just naturally do that. You're calling the Brewers game a win. Interesting. They're probably in the second inning already. Rayleigh sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The Mets are able to get out of it. As we head to the top of the 8th, it's 7-7 here in Chicago. Vernon says, Chicago, baby. Unfortunately, they have just struck out. Again, folks, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure you get to like and subscribe. Again, the plan is to call as many baseball games for the playoffs as possible. But, of course, yeah, I do cover a lot of football as well. So if you're a football fan, baseball fan, definitely like and subscribe. For more play-by-play with Dr. Delay, yeah, that's pretty much it. Of course, again, I do appreciate you guys, and of course, I appreciate the members and the donors. You guys have been awesome. Again, I got a $2 donation from Sean earlier. Again, thank you very much, sir. You've been very supportive of the channel. But yeah, Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez are the scoreboard sponsors, so let's check out what's happening across Major League Baseball. All right, it's still a delay there in Philly, 3-3. Orioles leading the Rays 6-0. The Twins 4, Rangers 1, Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks 0. Royals 2, Angels 0. Rockies and Mariners are tied at 0 apiece. The Padres already up 4-0 on the Brewers in the top of the second. Cardinals 3, Giants 0, and the Astros and A's are tied at 0 pieces. They just begin that one. Indians over the Tigers earlier, 5-2. Pirates over the Reds, 4-2. Yankees coming back and winning against the White Sox, 3-2. Red Sox defeat the Blue Jays 4-1, and the Braves over the Nationals 3-2. So again, appreciate you guys for hanging out with me today. Again, I know there's a lot of voices you can go to for this one, so hopefully, again, I do a good enough job, and you guys can like it up, press that like button, and subscribe to the channel. It's a growing channel, folks. Again, I say that almost every stream now because it is. Just 6 months ago at 30 subs, now we're at 1,000. Even at 2 months ago, as we began August, we were at 330. So again, we are a growing channel, so hop on the train because there's something special here. At the plate, it's going to be Brett Beatty. He's 0 for 3, batting .251, OPS of 737, 17 homers, 47 RBIs. New pitcher is Caleb Thielbar, who is 3-3 with 1.94 ERA, whip of a .81. As Thielbar sets and fires. That's a swing and a miss, strike one. Beto says, let's go Mets. You think Milwaukee will get far in the playoffs? Don't worry about their pitching. I think they will. I think they are a very good team, Jay. I think so. We got a 2-inning game for the playoff here at Taco Tuesday. This guy. 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. And it's 1-1. I mean, the Guardians to me, 1-1. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And Beatty will have to stay at first as the left fielder's there quickly. And that'll bring up Starling Marte. Marte's 1 for 3 on the night. Batting to 279, OPS of 779 homers, 34 RBIs. Prickly pear refresher. What are you talking about? Do they have something like that at Whataburger? I didn't even know that. So far for baseball streamers, I found you're the best. Thank you. Thank you, Crave Dog. Appreciate it. I don't really consider... I hope I don't offend anyone when I say this. I mean, I probably will. I don't want to consider myself a baseball guy. I'm a football guy. I love the Steelers. I love football. Football is always going to be on my number one. As here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, strike one. But I'll tell you what, because I've done this, because I've watched so much baseball this year, more baseball than I have at any given year, I've kind of fallen in love with the game. So, yeah, no, this is good. 0-1 count. Thielbar kicks and deals. He bunts. And that one is going to be caught by Kelly. Oh, man, that was not a good bunt by Starling Marte. The mic is messing up, is it? Really? Is the mic messing up? who's pitching for the Cubs is Thielbar. Apparently the mic is messing up because Stepp and Doug Bell saying the mic is brutal. It's glitching. Everything's wrong. Let me go ahead and check the stream out then on my phone. All right, this is Jeff McNeil. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. So for 1. Let me see. Well, I have an ad. Skip the ad. 0-1 count. Thielbar kicks and deals. That's going to be outside. And it's 1-1. Yeah, if you guys are saying the mic is a problem, then go ahead and get out of YouTube and then come back in. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a call strike. I know the way I said it was kind of mean there, but yeah, no, I'm trying not to be. Just refresh. Sometimes that happens. YouTube might be glitching out. If you do it again, well, then I don't know what to tell you, but apparently the regulars here say it's good. 1-2 counts. Here's the pitch. That's going to be poked to center. PC on the run and makes the catch. Throws to first. Doubles him up. No, he overthrows him. But Kelly is there to back him up. Oh, man, what a wild sequence here. What a wild sequence here. Oh, it worked. That's good. That's good. That's good to hear. Where's Doug Bell saying the mic is good? Saying the mic is brutal like that. Trying to hear that one. Anyway. Sometimes a little passive-aggressive, guys. All right, that's going to be to bring up, who's that? Actually, I have to refresh this because I had to log out of the MLB app. This is Francisco Alvarez. Again, there's a runner on first with 2 outs here. So I'm trying to get back into this game day. We back, my dude. That's good. There we go. Alvarez 0 for 2 with the walk. It's batting .254, OPS of .768. Breaking ball, that is inside for ball 1. 9 homers, 28 RBIs. How many outs? There's 2 outs, Ty. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Thielbar sets, looks over at first, kicks and deals. Runner's going. That's outside. He is. Oh, the throw's into center field. But it looks like he's going to stay. By the way, Acuna replaced McNeil on the base pass, so Acuna takes second. How come every time I tune in, it's always a really tight game? Hey, you just have a good, feeling about clicking on games. Says he on second. He is now. That's going to be in there for a called strike again. There's some trouble with the scoreboard every now and then. It'll say he's on second or first when he's really on the other base. I do apologize. I can't control that. 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be, ooh. Well, that's just outside apparently. 3-1. I thought it got a little bit of a piece there. If the Mets lose, I'll be depressed. Pete, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be hit to center. PCA at the wall. That one is gone. Alvarez stops before he gets to first to pump himself up and the dugout. And the Mets have quieted the crowd here in Chicago. It's 9-7. Oh, my goodness. This is crazy. Oh, man, Francisco Alvarez, that's his 10th homer of the season. And again, the Mets have taken the lead. The Miracle Mets. Coming back again. It was 6-1 at one point. And the Mets just coming back. Can they hold on is the question. As this is Francisco Lindor. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. That is low. He did go. Lindor's 2 for 4. He's got a home run today. 3 RBIs. He's batting .269. OPS of .807. 29 homers. 83 RBIs. We have some oh-no's. We have some let's go Mets. Oh, man. 0-1 count. Theobar sets. Kicks and deals. That's a swing and a miss. A huge swing and a miss. Was trying to bring in the entire dugout with that swing. 0-2 count to Francisco Lindor. Fun fact, also a really good chocolate. Just expensive. That's going to be low for ball 1. 1-2 count to Francisco Lindor. Your new bro and staying. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Thank you again. Daily Truth Only. Hey, it's a great name as well. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up. Bush, the first baseman, is under it and will make the catch for out number 3. Oh, man, a 2-run home run by the Mets, and they have taken the lead here in the 8th inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th, of course. The Cubs will have 6 outs to try to tie it up. Folks, again, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. Again, I call a lot of football, a lot of baseball. You might be able to tell I'm a Pirates fan. I usually do Pirates games. That was the goal today, but then I was held up at work and could not get the stream going. So, yeah, this was a backup plan. Of course, the second game I'm calling tonight is well underway, so it is what it is. But, again, if you guys are just sports fans, baseball fans, football fans, you don't have to be a Pirates fan. You don't have to be. We have fans of all sorts here from plenty of teams, so that's kind of the goal, to be honest with you. I'd like, fans from all 30 baseball teams, all 32 football teams. And again, college football as well. I do college as well. So, yeah, definitely like and subscribe if you consider yourself a sports fan. So, yeah, and again, I'll be doing plenty of the playoffs as well. Doctor, was Moises Alou better on the Mets or the Cubs? I don't know if I have that up here. Let's go ahead and just try to make this happen again. Let's go to the Pirates. Moises Alou. I think we still have one more commercial after this. We do. Get out of the way. Gonna get copyright struck because you're being dumb. I'm gonna go with the Mets. His OPS was higher with the Mets. 898 with the Mets, 837 with the Cubs. Final answer. But, yeah, again, feel free to chat down below. I try to Pirates score. The Pirates won. So, yeah, the Mets have been given new life. Again, I know you guys have the same record, but the Reds, of course, with the tiebreaker. I don't know what is going on with this. Let's go ahead and go back. I think that froze. So, yeah, my apologies. We'll get that back up in about 30 seconds. New pitcher on the mound is Edwin Diaz. He's going to face Nico Horner, who's 3 for 4. I think me going there, Sean, may have ruined it. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a call strike. I do apologize. Looks like we're going to have some technical difficulties here. So, yeah, we're just going to have to chill out here because now this is broken. 0-1 count to Nico Horner. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low. He checked his swing and he went. All right, well, it looks like we have the backup option. That's ESPN. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there. Called strike 3. He struck him out. Well, sorry, guys. We had to go over here down to ESPN because that broke. It is a lot on it. And, yeah, that's just not even happening. So, my bad, folks. All right, Ian Happ coming to the plate, batting .241, OPS of .764, 23 homers, 76 RBIs. It's 1 for 3 on the day. It's okay, Sean, it happens. That's going to be inside ball 1. Yeah, the blue circle is still... Yeah, I'm trying to load it, folks. Oh, well, you'll have to listen to the voice. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be inside. Did he go? He did. Could not hold up. One and one count. Diaz sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 count to Ian Happ. Again, the Mets leading 9-7. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. And it's 2-2. You know, maybe if I go, maybe thinking outside the box here, we're going to use this. So I already have one up. Yeah, there we go. We're going to be good. That's going to be inside. That actually doesn't want to go away at all. That's weird. So I don't know. Maybe I'm going to have to restart the computer after the stream. Probably going to happen. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be cut on and hit foul. So 3-2 yet again. There we go. Okay. So sorry about the technical difficulties. Folks never claim to be a professional, though that, I guess, is the goal one day. As Diaz sets on the 3-2. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Happ, and that'll bring up Seiya Suzuki, batting .242, OPS of 777, 27 homers, 92 RBIs on the season. He's 1 for 4 today. Suzuki at the plate, 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 8th. Diaz sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be inside for ball 1. 1-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be yanked to left. But the left fielder gets it for out number 3. All right, we head to the top of the 9th. The Mets, of course, leading 9-7. Was Randy Myers better on? I'm not going to even check it, Sean. I don't want to ruin this again. All right, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe. I can check it on my phone. You guys just can't see that. Actually, I have to check the scores from across Major League Baseball because it's the end of the half inning or the whole inning. But again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe if you're a sports fan. This is a sports channel, folks. So again, definitely like and subscribe. Of course, again, thank you to all the members, the donors. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys have been awesome. A special thank you to the scoreboard sponsors, Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez. Again, you guys have been awesome, very supportive of the channel. So, what do we have here? We have, again, the Phillies still in a delay. Marlins coming back. That was, 3-1 earlier. Marlins have come back, tied it up there. The Twins leading the Rangers 4-1. The Dodgers lead the Diamondbacks 1-0. Diamondbacks also playing for their postseason hopes as well. The Royals 2, Angels nothing, Rockies 1, Mariners 0. That would be interesting. The Padres shutting out the Brewers 6-0. I'm supposed to call that game. Cardinals 3, Giants nothing, and the A's leading 1-0 over the Astros. Final scores: the Orioles over the Rays 6-0. The Indians over the Tigers 5-2. Pirates over the Reds 4-2. Yankees over the White Sox 3-2. Red Sox over the Blue Jays 4-1. And the Braves over the Nationals 3-2. Jay King has as a red. So no Mets or Cubs. 3GP Garage with the orange and blue. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out tonight. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. What are the Mets' chances right now? Let's see. Right now, they have it at a 49% chance of happening. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Oh, yeah, I forgot again. I'm not on the game day app. Sorry. So Jordan Wicks is the pitcher here for the Cubs. And he faces Juan Soto. Here's the 0-1. Soto chops it to first. And he's going to step on the bag for out number 1. So no home run. So, Gabe, I'm very sorry. I know you needed a Soto home run, but that's not going to happen Unless, of course, we go to extras. Alonso's 1 for 4 in this one. He's batting .274 in the year, OPS of .873, 37 homers, 123 RBIs. As Wicks will set, kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Pete Alonso. Again, the Mets leading 9-7. Here in the top of the ninth. Wicks kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Off speed pitch below the zone. 0-2 count. One out, top of the ninth, nobody on. Again, the Mets up 2 runs here in the ninth inning. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Way outside, by the way. That was kind of a shocker. I think you'll see it right here. Very much outside. Brandon Nimmo coming to the plate. He's 1 for 4. Had a home run. Tied the game earlier with his home run. It was a 3-run shot. Batting .260, OPS of .763, 25 homers, and 91 RBIs. As Wicks rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to left, and that is going foul. At one point, folks, I'm not going to lie, it was, I thought I chose a very bad game because it was 6-1, and I'm like, man, the Mets just look finished, but they have come back, and they look good. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be inside, and it's 1-1. These are the Mets that we probably saw the first few months of the season. Can they keep it going is the question. You know, again, this would be such a tragic year if they can't get in. 1-1, here's the pitch. That's going to be downstairs, and it's 2-1. Of course, the 6th seed most likely would be playing the Dodgers, unless, of course, the Padres just pop off the last week of the season. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be low, and it's 3-1. Did everyone here see the pitch challenge? Yes. 2 challenges per team. I guess that's not bad, as long as it's not like unlimited. 3-1 count to Wicks. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left, and once again, that's going foul. If the Cubs lose it, it will be this guy unbearable. 3-2 count. Personally, I like 2. Again, I think that's pushing it. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be a tapper to third. Shaw. Oh, he can't make the play. He actually drops the ball, trying to exchange it from his glove to his hand. You'll see it here potentially. No, you don't see the ball come out. Oh, you do see him pick him up something. So I don't know what happened there. That'll bring up Mark Vientos. He's 1 for 4. Batting .235, OPS of .710, 17 homers, 60 RBIs. To keep getting it right, you technically could have it unlimited. I don't know if I like that. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. I think it should be like the NFL. You get an extra. Again, part of the beauty to me is, you know, the humanity of the game. The umpire getting it a horrible call, right? As here's the 0-1, that's going to be in the dirt. Let's just say, okay, let's just say right here, this guy is going to pitch it in the dirt. Let's just say the umpire calls it a strike. What are we all going to unite and do together? We're all going to hate on that umpire. That's a horrible umpire. That stuff is going to go away, and I just feel like, I don't know, I don't like it. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be a tapper to third. Throws to first for out number 3. Again, like a game-deciding call. Like, that's something we'd be talking about for days, and that stuff was going to go away, and I don't know. Again, that's just sports to me. It's slowly becoming, I don't know. I don't like where sports is heading, personally. That's just my little opinion. I know I'm kind of just an upstart YouTuber or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, the NFL to me is not the same as it was, 10, 15 years ago. It's completely different now. And then baseball, of course, with analytics. It's all, I don't know, everything's kind of one and the same. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It is what it is. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't like everything has to be perfect. Like, in the NFL, everyone has to be playing in a dome now. Or, everyone has to be playing in 70-degree weather. And no wind. You can't have any rain. No snow. Like I don't know. That's why I like the college game a lot more, because it's outside, because there's more of a, I don't know, it's more of a randomness. I like that. That's just me, though. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I know there's going to be people that disagree, of course, but, and that's okay. We're allowed to disagree, but that's just my thoughts. But again, appreciate you guys hanging out. You still doing the Brewers game? Yes, I will. This one definitely has went a lot, longer than I thought. Pure Adrenaline, thank you for stopping by. Folks, again, check out Pure Adrenaline. If you're Mets fans that are here right now, well, that guy covers the Mets every single game. Me, I just do it once out of, the blue moon. It's been, months since I've really covered a Mets game. So, pretty much ever since I met Pure Adrenaline, I'm like, I don't need to do the Mets anymore. But, again, if you're a Mets fan, please check out Pure Adrenaline Sports. Even if you're a Cubs fan, again, you never know. I mean, these guys could be playing each other in the playoffs. So please, if you're a baseball fan, subscribe to Pure Adrenaline Sports right now. Go ahead and do it. Do it now. If you don't, well, I don't know. That's crazy, because, again, he's really good. Let me actually get you his link. Let me get you his link here. I don't know if this would. So, yes, go ahead and click on that link and subscribe to the channel. Again, if you are a baseball fan, subscribe to that channel right now. So definitely do it. You'll read it. Okay, yeah, thank you. Again, yeah, I'll be doing the Brewers and Padres still. I know that's already an hour through. As here's the pitch. That's going to be inside ball one. This is Carson Kelly at the plate. By the way, Edwin Diaz staying out there for his second inning of work. Kelly 0 for 3 with a walk. As Diaz kicks and deals. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Did I get a redirect just now? I was looking at something. I know I can't tell. Something happened. Something just flashed over there. 2-0 count. That's going to be inside, and it's 3-0. Cubs just need one more. I don't know if the math is correct there. Here's the 3-0, and that's going to be in there for a called strike. The Orioles won tonight. Was it Birdwatcher that redirected? Well, congratulations to the Orioles. Here's the 3-1, and that's going to be inside. Almost hit Kelly. It may have. I don't really know. He's down. Diaz is appealing. Everyone's appealing. And they're going to say it hit the bat. Oh, man. That's kind of a bummer. And the Cubs counsel here, that something is a BW redirect. Well, thank you, sir. I apologize for my disrespect. I apologize, sir. Thank you for the redirect. I appreciate it. Folks, again, check out Orioles Birdwatcher. Again, he covers every Orioles game as they're showing that it does hit the bat. So, yes, definitely check out Orioles Birdwatcher. Definitely a unique personality over there. So if you like baseball with an edge, definitely check out Orioles Birdwatcher. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 1 out for the Cubbies. And that'll bring up Michael Busch 0 for 2 with a walk. It's batting .255, OPS of 828, 30 homers, and 82 RBIs. No disrespect felt. Good deal. Great, because that was definitely not the intention. Go Cubs. Chris, how's it going? Good to see you. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Chris is a Brewers fan, so he's pulling for the Cubbies here. Interesting. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, I do apologize. As I said, I would be doing Brewers-Padres. That was supposed to start. It did start an hour ago, but this one has been a very good game. Not exactly a long game as it's just under 3 hours, but it's been very good. Here's the 0-2 chopper, and that's going foul. Mets will make the playoffs 100%. I don't know about tomorrow night. Oh, Pittsburgh, yeah, Pirates play tomorrow. I'll be covering the last 2 games of the Pirates-Reds series. As I say goodbye to my beloved Pirates. Of course, I won't be able to cover them this weekend. There's still a chance I cover a game Sunday. I might forego the Sunday slate of football. I'll be doing, of course, the Steelers in the morning Sunday night. But here's the 0-2. That is called strike 3. He struck him out. But yes, if there's a do-or-die game for MLB, I will go ahead and call that one instead. But yes, I'll still be doing the Steelers game, and I'll actually be doing my first Sunday night game of the season in Packers and the Cowboys. That's if I call a baseball game. Down to their final out, this is Dansby Swanson. He's 0 for 4 on the night. It's batting .245, OPS .715. That is way inside ball 1. 23 homers, 76 RBIs. Oh, yeah, no, the Vikings are good. Trust me, I know. Want to know, here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. You got to watch this because your dad made you go to bed. Oh, man, well, you got to behave there, Joester, the jokester. Or if it's past your bedtime, you got to listen. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 count. You gotta listen to your dad. It's all for the best. 1-2 count. Diaz will set. Kicks and deals. Way upstairs. I think he was feeling himself. He was, you can just tell with the way he was presenting himself there. He was just a little too, yeah. Off talking, how you feel about Aaron Rodgers so far? Not too bad. She's not happy she is there. Well, I know a lot of people don't like him, but football-wise, he's not too bad. I think they did pitch challenge because the Padres, they have this guy. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Mets win it. They come back again. They were down 6-1. They were down 6-1, folks. Oh, my goodness. And they rally and come back, and it's over. The Mets, of course, 9 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. Where the Cubs, 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Again, the Mets will move to 81 and 76, where the Cubs fall to 88 and 69. Make sure, again, before you go, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. This is what I do, folks. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you enjoyed tonight's call, make sure to do that. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Again, I call football, baseball, and we'll be doing plenty of the postseason. Unfortunately, and I say that half-heartedly because I'm actually going to kind of enjoy this, I think, if it's a close game. It's not really a close game right now. But I will be actually covering another game. So, again, if you want some more baseball, I'll be staying up. But, yeah, you guys all have a great rest of your night in case you don't, and that's okay. But, again, you can still like and subscribe. Again, I might see you very soon for the playoffs. You guys all have a great rest of your night. I will be covering the rest of this Brewers-Padres game. I'll see you there if you want.